shutdown, not only does this put into jeopardy the report that we were supposed to get tomorrow, but they're not collecting data for reports in October, and it sort of cascades down. And so then you have a situation where you have multiple months of jobs report that could have poor quality data. And that makes it really hard for the Fed for a period of time going forward.
The Dow from Stifel is up 89 points.
That warm and dry feeling for early October continues this afternoon. Sunny skies, about 88 for the high. Warmest part of the day this time of year is about 2:30 in the afternoon. Then tonight, clear skies, a slow drop back into the upper 70s, 65 for the low Friday. Instant replay, sunny skies, 88. Instant replay over the first weekend of October, Saturday sunny and 88, Sunday sunny, also 88. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got some clouds. It is 84 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Come on, everybody sing it. It's the happiest song in the world. If you guys are early show listeners and not late show listeners, Wheels had a meltdown yesterday.
A little one. Just a little one, though. It's like a 5-second one.
What was the other one? The other song that plays on that ad?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't remember.
It's another Herman's Hermits thing.
It's another happy ass
do you believe
song.
in magic?
Do you believe in magic?
Which, when I heard it, I was like, this song feels fake of how I first heard it when I was like 6 years old, and I'm like, this is the happiest, silliest, most joyful song I've ever heard.
That there's a one-hit wonders review coming, and they're doing ads, and they were playing all that happy music, and Wheeler was just seething on the break, and he's like, this just makes me want to punch someone in the face.
I think my exact quote was, I don't know why these happy-ass songs make me mad, but they really do. I just picture Urkel singing it, and I'm like,
why do you pitch?
I don't know.
Catching strays.
It's just such a nerdy thing.
Why would Urkel be singing?
Because it's a nerdy song. It's just like,
I could see Urkel singing it.
Poor Urkel.
100%.
Urkel doesn't deserve this.
Poor Urkel.
Urkel catching strays on the DGS.
Urkel's a fictional character, man.
Wheeler's so weird. I have to tell the story. Just happened in our office. Wheeler, I love Wheeler. He's like my giant little brother. And he's just got his own way of doing things. And Andrew said, hey, you should come back to the office and listen to this really super sweet 25th anniversary message that Dave Murray recorded for you. So I go back, and I knew walking in, here's what I didn't tell you guys. I knew walking in that I had to really thread the needle, because I wanted to ask Wheeler what was going on with Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to hear the Dave Murray message.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in, I go, hey, Wheels, what's up with Shedeur Sanders? So he starts answering my question. Totally appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought he had finished answering my question. And I'm like, hey, let's hear the Dave Murray thing. And every time Andrew would start playing it, it'd be like,
yeah,
Dave, it's Dave Murray. And I just want to say that you are my best friend. And he'd be like, and I just don't know what they're wanting out of Shedeur Sanders. I mean, and we started it over 3 times. And finally, Andrew goes, shut the F up.
I was like, Kev, buddy, let's get through this. Yep. We'll talk more about Shedeur in a second. Yep. It was only 30 seconds.
I'm locked on target, man. Sometimes you just can't stop it.
Yeah, he's got a one-track mind.
Dude, that's probably, it's my greatest strength and weakness.
And you know what?
When I get locked in, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
He didn't say a single incorrect thing about Shedeur Sanders.
No.
Yeah.
He was right on the money.
Yeah.
It was well, it's not hard to be right. It's nothing to be, there's no reason to have the opinion that anything that's happening there is incorrect.
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah.
You just said it's my best and my worst.
Yeah.
I have a little topic on that.
Oh, okay.
Kind of close to that. First of all, 2 things about Rach. First of all, you look especially good today.
Oh, thank you.
You look very pretty.
Thanks.
Secondly, congratulations on your 2-year anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, this weekend's going to be the 2-year anniversary show for the Rachel Zimmerman show. And
Wow.
we're back on Friday nights, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's
No more
exciting.
baseball means more rage. More razor. Sorry, razor.
Yes, I'm sure everyone is very happy about that. No, just
Razor.
Finally, get that
Yeah.
baseball.
So
Why don't,
glad-
we don't want playoff baseball.
Right,
We need razor.
Yeah, so glad the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs. So now I can listen to the Rachel Zimmerman show.
It's a nice consolation for those that are upset, though.
But thank you, Dave. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Oh, thank you, Brian. He says, I like her show. That's sweet.
That's the most straightforward compliment.
I know.
I like her
I
show.
know.
That's straight up my alley. Just get to the point. I like it. Good job, Brian.
Dangerously close to like defensive. Like, hey, now I like the show.
It's not
Yeah, 'cause
terrible.
You gotta read the tone very carefully on comments like that.
Like we all know, right? Like
This is what I was talking about with the punctuation and tone that can be hard to discern last week.
Yeah, Brian says keep it
yeah.
simple.
I will say that that plays out in the big world too when you're talking about Twitter and all that, Instagram, whatever, because you can say that as simple as I like her show like that, but it could also be like, hey, I like her show,
I like her
defensive.
Oh man, there was this
I like her
one
show,
time. Man, this person had tweeted a question at me or like corrected me on something I had said on the air, and I was just replying to a bunch of tweets at once, and I just responded and I was like, "Oh, Sawi," like SOWWY. Just sort of like lighthearted, like I was wrong, Sawi. And they a couple like weeks later, I think, because they didn't check their Twitter much, they were mad. Like they did not like they felt very disrespected by my Sawi, and I was just like, Sawi.
Yeah, you should have just sent it right back.
Just continuously
Really,
saying
Sawi.
it. But that was a lesson in like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta include an emoji or something so I can get my point across a little better.
I use the especially on Twitter, like I use the LOL as much as I can to convey that I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Yes, I do that in text.
You know what I mean?
A lot.
Yeah. Like this just means like, this is not that serious. Ha 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 ha. We're talking sports.
And did you see that Gen Z wants everyone to give up the LOL?
Yeah, they can.
What?
Yeah, they're like,
Gen
oh,
Z's getting pretty.
You guys can all just shut
pretty
it, man.
yappy out
They don't
there.
get what
just
they want.
let
I
us
can't-
be old.
I can't
okay?
wait till
Like,
Gen Z's 50. And then they got some other whippersnappers going, you know what's offensive?
Do they have a problem with the LOL?
they just think it's cringe and we should stop.
Yeah.
It's
doing
not
it.
cringe.
But I am cringe.
Getting so
I
mad.
mean, I've just accepted it about myself.
Should we accept our chugginess?
Yes.
Is that even a word anymore?
I don't know.
You just proved it.
I don't know. It's probably a horrible word to say now. And I just,
It has a
That is
whole
a
different
slur
meaning.
now.
Yeah,
I know,
now
it's like a slur now.
now
We're
you're
gonna
just
get-
canceled because he said a word that nobody uses anymore.
I have some good news for me.
What's up?
I just before we came on the air saw an article on Drudge. Your brain peaks at 60.
Hey,
Look out.
Hey, how about that?
just barely on the downslope.
Just look out.
And you're like, where is that dark cloud in the sky?
It was interesting though because their argument was that your brain doesn't really, although I think we've all read for years that like, starting at 35, your brain, shrinks and whatever. According to these scientists, your brain is fine unless you have a disease until 60, but you gain so much wisdom and knowledge and experience that the holisticness of the thing inside your skull is at its best at 60.
I believe it.
Kind of makes sense.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All the scientists who
You
did
just
this,
said that like, way to go, Bucky.
No, it is cool.
all the scientists who did that study are 59 years old.
They're like, you know what? I think the best is still ahead of
It
me.
actually peaks at 60 is what we've
they should've.
concluded.
I would say they're probably more like 49 because if they were 59, they're like, oh yeah, 70s when it peaks.
Want to hear a weird? This is the most boring paranormal thing ever. Okay, just lower your expectations.
Ghosts cutting you off in traffic.
But no, this literally happened last night. I have a blue pin. There it is. I'm showing the stream. This is my go-to everyday pin. and I keep it in my notebook like that.
Yeah, like we did in high school.
Yeah, like in high school. And so I've told you guys the first thing I do when I get home is I get on the couch, get my cozies, and I pull out my notebook and I start I take the topics I didn't do today and I want to do tomorrow, and then I start show prepping. So sometimes my pen just gets lost in the sea of blankets on my couch. And that happened last night. And so, and this, like, I wasn't in the zone. I don't drink. Like, it was just, everything was fine. And there was a black pin next to me, and I'm like, oh, huzzah. And so I just grabbed the black pin. I'll find that blue pin later. And I put the black pin in my little dealie, just like I would my blue pin. I go to the bathroom. Swear to God, this is true. Come back, get under the covers, grab my notebook. The black pin is nowhere to be found, and the blue pin is in my notebook.
I think you had a moment.
You think?
Where you thought your blue pen was black?
No, I'm telling you. They're two completely different kinds of pins.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like 5:30.
It was me.
Everything was good.
So what happened to the black pin?
I was still here. It couldn't be me. Dang it.
Never found it.
Mm.
I mean, like, it's not like my mom's ghost showed up, you know, like whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But like that literally happened. So simple. Another time, I have this fan that blows on me when I'm on the couch.
You don't have a fan that just sits at your house and goes, good job, Dave.
I like his show.
I like his show.
I like his show.
Never mind. I never think I'm insane when I tell that story.
No,
What? No, it's even more boring.
Oh.
Is that boring?
Well, so my fan wasn't working, and I'm like, ah, crap, I have to buy a new fan. And I went to unplug it, and long story short, there was something plugged in that wasn't even connected to something. It was just like it's been under my couch forever. I didn't even know it was there. It's probably from an old electric blanket. But like, I didn't do that, and no one else would have done it.
You didn't plug it in?
No. So that was weird. And like the fan was blowing on me yesterday morning, but when I got home, the fan wasn't plugged in and something else was.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
anyway, yeah. Again,
You got gremlins.
boring,
You got gremlins.
but like, that's kind of odd.
Maybe we should be doing the investigation at your house.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got
Maybe.
like one of those guys living in the pantry or whatever.
No, don't say
Oh,
that.
it's a crawl space guy. That's creepier than a ghost.
Yeah, that would be 1,000 times worse than a ghost.
At least you know you can handle the guy,
Yes,
though.
it would. That would be worse.
I have no confidence that I could handle a man who is capable of living in my kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
I am not confident in my ability to, quote, handle that.
I don't picture having a straight up fist fight with a guy who's in my pantry.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can tell you, don't be in my pantry because we will be fighting.
It's really more his house than mine.
Austin says I'm haunted by a demon accountant. That's all I had.
Good day, guys.
That's all I had for the show.
The haunted pen.
Okay, so we're in a weird space because I have more topics to bring up. Not that boring, I promise. But now it's kind of too late. Want to take a quick break?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret at Eamon Gantner and Capriano. I was suddenly widowed at 41. We had a will. Do you? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Choice of an attorney is an important decision that should not be based solely on average.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Ben Barnett, board-certified master arborist and owner at Timberline Professional Tree Care. As a local small business owner for the past 24 years, I always do my best to shop local and support our community. Recently, 2 of the largest tree contractors in the region have sold to out-of-town investment groups. This means that the new owners of these companies are not invested in quality, customer satisfaction, or safety, except for how it affects their bottom line. Timberline Professional Tree Care was founded in 2001 and is focused solely on giving you, the customer, the safest, highest quality product while providing the best customer service before, during, and after the job. I've poured my heart and soul into tree care for the past 24 years, and we aren't going anywhere. When it comes time to take care of your trees, I ask that you shop local and call me, Ben Barnett, at Timberline Professional Tree Care, 636-479-7475, or online at stltreecare.com.
New treatments in the fight against Alzheimer's. Now is the time for action. Join the St. Louis Walk to End Alzheimer's Saturday, October 25th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. Help us see a world without Alzheimer's. Register today, alz.org/walk.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
KMOX is everywhere. 1120 AM. Streaming live on the Odyssey app. And now at 104.1 FM. Dave Glover, Rachel Zimmerman, Kevin Wheeler. The Dave Glover Show on KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. I always forget that people on the stream can't hear the music, and sometimes we use it like as bits and stuff. We're doing Beatles today. And last night I saw a TikTok, which was an old interview, probably from the 70s, with George Harrison. And he was talking about While My Guitar Gently Weeps, which I think is one of the Beatles' best songs of all time. And he said that when they were recording it, that none of the other Beatles gave a crap. And they were kind of laughing and joking around and turning it into this kind of song or a polka or something. And George was very sensitive, so he just kind of like put his guitar in the case and left. And he was writing with Eric Clapton, and he said, hey, I'm working on this song. None of the Beatles think it's any good. Why don't we go to Apple Studios and record it? And Eric Clapton was like, oh my God, no, I could never do that. No one's ever played on a Beatles album. He's like, it's my song, come and do it. And they just did it. And that, like, I never knew that.
Yeah, that's
that the Beatles were like, whatever, you know, just like making fun of him.
Well, in that Peter Jackson documentary, I forget the name of it.
Was it Get Back?
It might have been Get Back, which is the name of the song I just played coming into the break. But yeah, that's pretty the bullying comes out a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the bullying, but just like they don't care. Like George at times was just like very much a sensitive man and left out in the cold.
Yeah.
And maybe everyone else wasn't doing anything that was necessarily wrong, but you should maybe still make accommodations for your friend if he is sensitive.
Yeah.
So
So were Paul and John, were they jerks, or did they just think they were the big shots, or did they just not think?
well, they were kind of a clique, right?
Yeah.
Dave?
Were they?
Like it was the
Yeah.
two of them.
Like them, you know,
Yeah,
on their
they
own?
were
a
like
little bit of all the above.
the creative ones
I
who
gotcha.
wrote the songs and were the stars.
I
You
mean,
just
they had-
strum along, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they had made them the Beatles.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think they're part of like, that's cute.
Man, what an interesting friendship between George Harrison and Eric Clapton.
No kidding.
I mean, just
Yeah.
everything that happened
Yeah.
that happened there.
Yeah, Patty, what's your name?
I think it's Patty Boyd.
Patty Boyd, yes. She launched 1,000 Ships.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do I want to talk about? I have one of those show preps today where I just have too much stuff. You know how people, in fact, we've probably done this bit on the show before. Like, what would you say to your 13-year-old self if you could go back and you're sitting in your bedroom playing and you can just appear like a wizard and give them advice or something? I was thinking, because I'm very introspective, and I was thinking last night the opposite. What would my 13-year-old self think of me? So think about that for a second. And here's kind of what I was thinking. I think my 13-year-old Dave would be very pleased and proud that I'm an entertainer, because that's what he wanted to be. And then he found out from his parents he couldn't do it, and then he ended up doing it. I think my 13-year-old self would be shocked at how successful I've been. I think my 13-year-old self would be deeply disappointed in many of the decisions I've made. Like, oh, dude, I thought we were better than that, right? Just living your life. But I think overall, my 13-year-old self would be like, it worked out okay. I think my 13-year-old self, this sounds stupid, but would be happy I'm still playing baseball.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Still
oh,
doing
we're still
fun stuff.
doing
Yeah,
that.
we're having fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, like what do you guys think?
I think about this sometimes, especially in the past couple of years. Just I'm getting older, and like, you know, I'm not married. I don't have a kid. That's not the kind of thing, though, that was super important to me when I was 13.
Was not.
No, it wasn't. And I don't know. It's weird being at this age, because you look around and many people have those things. So then you compare yourself, and like sometimes you feel like, well, what have I?
Yeah.
What
am
have I
doing?
messed up here? But then at the same time, it's like, that's never been like my main goal in life, is to achieve something like that.
Which is kind of surprising the way you were brought up. Very conservative. And
Yeah, but I just never had like a deep desire for it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It was always like, oh yeah, that'll come together at some point. But it was never like, okay, so let's reach that goal. But yeah, I think that sometimes. I think my 13-year-old self would feel similarly to yours, Dave. Like maybe a little surprised, maybe a couple things like, oh really, you went down that path? But like in general, I think we would get along pretty well. Me and 13-year-old Rach.
Kev?
Yeah, I think the 13-year-old me would be like, so the playing thing didn't work out, huh? And then it'll be, why aren't you richer? But other than that, it'd be like, cool job, man. You get to talk about sports, and you go to games, and you've covered the World Series, and you've been to the NBA finals and the Olympics and the Stanley Cup finals and all that. Yeah, 13-year-old me would be pretty cool with that.
Andrew, how would your 13-year-old self be with you throwing poop napkins out your car?
Yeah, I just think he'd see a big fat guy who plays video games all day, and he'd be like the Tiger Woods big dog meme, you know?
Big dog.
Yeah, I think 13.
Look, I never had any dreams, so it's easy to meet your dreams when you don't have any.
You're like, shut up, kid. You never had any dreams.
Yeah, I never wanted for when you don't want for anything, everything's nice.
13-year-old me would have been super psyched that I had something like an Xbox. Like that would have been like, you got to be kidding me. Is that magic?
It's true.
Yeah.
Robert says, your 13-year-old self would be shocked that he doesn't have hair. No, he wouldn't.
No,
he wouldn't. 13-year-old Dave was already had a receding hairline.
He was already like, well,
I was like Benjamin Button. I had a comb over in high school.
What was your dad's hair situation?
Same as mine. He just combed it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be your mom's side, though, right?
I think that's all kind of crap.
I'd always heard your mom's.
Yeah, I'd heard the same thing.
Yeah,
but-
because my mom's dad went bald when he was like 18.
Yeah.
And I mean, knock on wood. It's about all I got going.
Yeah, I think-
So I can't lose it.
Hey, you have great skin.
It's getting worse as I get older, especially in like
It's
the
gonna
face
happen.
area.
Be a little
Yeah.
creepy if it didn't. Tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy Sports app, and I can tell you that my buddy Andrew and I have been played it all through the baseball season. You can continue playing it now for playoffs, MLS, NHL, NFL, whatever your game is. You can go in and just sort of like, hey, I'm just going to do this on a lark. I'm going to say that this pitcher is going to get more than 6 strikeouts, and that'll be a big payoff if they do. Or you can take a very analytical approach and use whatever knowledge or acumen that you happen to have. All you have to do is say higher or lower on a statistic for a couple 3 players, and you can win up to $5,000. The cash you put down, which can be as little as $1. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Glover to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Must be 18, present in Missouri. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms apply. Go to assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_HTML.
The Cardinals have a new president of baseball operations.
Please join me in welcoming Chaim Bloom.
From his introductory press conference to his first one-on-one interview.
How does it feel on the first day of a new era of your baseball career?
Feels great. I'm excited to be here.
This will be a busy offseason for the Redbirds. Trust KMOX to bring you every story, informed analysis, and all the breaking news on 104.1 FM KMOX, the voice of the Cardinals.
Hi, Stacy with Fairwinds Rivers Edge Senior Living in St. Charles. Are you a senior seeking a fun retirement? Do you want less work and more play? Do you want to enjoy great food that you don't have to cook? Then I know. Stop what you're doing right now and call Fairwinds. Set up a time to visit and have a meal. Meet some of our awesome residents. Check us out online at fairwindsriversedge.com. We hope to talk with you soon.
Dave Murray's forecast is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Still not a lot of movement in our atmosphere with the tropical action in the Atlantic, but we should start to see a little push come early next week. Otherwise, no change. Sunny skies this afternoon, 88 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, 65 for the overnight low. Temperatures do cool nicely once that sun goes down. Friday, sunny, 88, 65 Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, sunny, 88 again each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
In the 70s, baseball player Jerry Kelly decided to do something different.
Thanks for calling Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
This year, the company Jerry started decided we'd do something different.
Thanks for calling Jerry Kelly Heating, Air, and Electrical.
And electrical.
JerryKelly.com. When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Attention business owners with a net income over $500,000. You need to work with a tax strategist that understands your entrepreneurial mindset. Download the most recent white paper written by E3 Consultants Group titled the power of a professional tax strategy team. Go to e3wealth.com/radio to obtain a copy. It's time to learn about wealth and tax strategies that protect your personal and business economy. E3 is ready to help you think differently about your finances. Educate, empower, enlighten. That's the E3 difference.
Thinking about a bath remodel or swapping out that old tub for a sleek, easy to clean shower? Hey, it's Trish Gazelle for Michael's Bath with one question. What's there to think about? Michael's beats the competition by 30 to 50%, uses top quality materials, and backs it all with over 30 years experience. And now they'll throw in a free shower door or $500 off. Schedule a free in-home consultation, 636-775-0800 or michaelsbass.com. Michael's Bass, what's there to think about?
Dave Glover, celebrating 25 years.
Congrats to the Dave Glover Show. 25 years of stories, sarcasm, Sasquatch, spirited debates, and more laugh-out-loud moments than listeners can count. Congratulations on the most authentic show in St. Louis radio.
Sponsored by BioBalance Health and BioBalance Skin.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 134. Have a pretty easy day today. Just kind of us chilling. John Moriarty from E3 Wealth's going to come in at 2:30. So anyone who's interested in some financial advice, John's great. Janelle's going to be with us later. Elam will be here at 4 unless we cancel him. That's always a 50-50 proposition. You never know.
Poor Mike.
You just don't know.
You're on notice, Mike.
Can I tell you a thought I had last night? I think you guys will get. And when I say this, don't bother putting on the stream like, well, that's your obligation as a citizen. I get it. I know. I have lots of obligations that I get pissy about, but I don't want to do my own research. I'm tired of that. I didn't think that was going to be a part of this assignment. Like what's going on now with the shutdown and the Republicans, you're like, well, the Democrats want to give full, like they said, Trump said, full Cadillac level health care to illegal immigrants. Mm-hmm. And then the Democrats, you're like, not even close to the truth. We're trying to keep American citizens from blah, 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 blah. There's an answer there. I could find it. I don't want to. You feel me?
You shouldn't have to. It's not your job to find the answer.
Well, unfortunately, it
we
is
elected
our job.
people to a job.
Yeah, arguably it is.
It has to be. Well, again, we as the United States citizens have not done our jobs in the political process. Therefore, now we have to do this because we don't have people in there that are going to just tell us the truth.
Yeah, we've always depended on that.
I mean,
I've always depended on
whatever's been proposed is in writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, and even with that, you can't get a straight story. It's either in there or it's not, and there's language in there. So cut and paste it, the part that you think does that, and show it to us. Because then I'll believe you. Just show me the bill. Show me what's in there. I'll believe you.
So this is what NBC News is reporting. They say U.S. law prohibits federal health care benefits for undocumented immigrants. Democrats want to return benefits for those with lawful presence, such as DACA recipients and asylum seekers. So it's kind of both.
So those are legal, though. Those are not illegal immigrants. They're here with permission. That's a different thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. It is. That's the thing. That's the point. It is literally, as Rach pointed out there, it's literally against the law to give anyone who is here illegally health care.
Yeah, it says the dispute centers around immigrants whom the federal government has decreed as lawfully present. So they haven't formally been given legal status that's enforceable in court, but they are lawfully present. There's an estimated 1.4 million people considered lawfully present in the U.S.
So if we don't like that, then argue that. Say, here's the language we don't want to give health care to, even because they're not citizens. I mean, there's an argument you can make it, but it's not sexy enough, and it's not enraging enough to do the job. And this is the world right now. This is politics right now. The idea is to enrage your backers to make the other group look as terrible as you can. Because then everything blows up online too. It's like, see? Like, okay, but so if there's a debate in there, let's have that. Let's have that argument. Should we or should we not do this? Don't blow it into something that it's not. I mean, that just I hate this.
No, you're right. It's a great point that it's not sexy or enraging enough.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They have to oversell everything.
It's just terrible. We're in a spot where the people that are elected to do jobs, and their jobs are to help us. They literally are public servants. That's the type of job they have. Their job is to make day-to-day life better and easier for American citizens. That is their job. And yet their biggest priority right now is to just rage bait. Because rage bait gets people activated, and the activated people go vote. And it's entirely the 24-hour news cycle is who can enrage their base the most.
Yeah. I had another thought I want to run by you guys, and this is going to make the conservatives on the stream go crazy, but just being honest, on one hand, I don't begrudge people who are super wealthy. Someone made that money. Grandpa invented air conditioning, or you created Amazon, whatever it is. It's like, okay, you're smarter than me. You're more talented than me. You worked harder than me. You have more money than me. I can live with that. I have several friends who are multi-millionaires, and we're buddies, and I don't leave their house mad. But the level that we see with our super billionaire class, with 120-meter yachts as dinghies for their super yacht, with 2 helicopter landing pads and stuff like that, personally, I find that grotesque. And I couldn't do that. Now, I know it's all relative. Like, there have been times in my career I've had 2 homes. Like, I had one out at Innsbruck. I never thought I'd have that. Someone who can't afford that might look at that and go like, God, what an a-hole. Look at him flaunting this and this and this. So I get it. It's all relative. But I think we can all draw a line between all of us and those like 5 or 6 guys, right? How's that hit you? I don't want to pass a law that they can't do that or anything. I believe in freedom, but I also have the right to go, that's really gross.
Yeah, I mean, you're not incorrect to feel gross about the whole, 99% of, the nation's wealth is held by 20 people or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you're not wrong to feel gross about that, I think. And you're also not you're not wrong to feel gross when there are so many people right here in our country, what's supposed to be a first world country, the most powerful country in the world. And we've got, so many starvation problems and everything else, when there are a way too large chunk of people in this country that just have, more money than you could spend in 20 lifetimes.
None of it bothers me. You can have what you want. You can spend what you want. You can have the biggest boats and 97 houses. Just stop trying to rig the game more in your favor. Just stop that. They stop that behavior. I don't care who's got what. But the problem is the people at that level, it's never enough. So they're using their wealth. Look at Elon. He's used his wealth to try to influence society in a way that benefits him. That's and forgetting even publicly just what they do, the money that is spent by that class of people on politics. So if my view would be, you should be just like us when it comes to voting. You have a vote. That's your voice. You don't get to buy votes because you're rich. You don't get to buy politicians because you're rich. If you would just behave like human beings, everybody would leave you alone. But that group of people is always trying to mess with the system to make it even more in their favor when they've already won the game. It's like, calm down, guys. You got yours. You're good.
Not that I want to go back to the way Native Americans lived before we got here, but I've read that when the Native Americans met us, they were like, what man needs 10 horses? Like, you can only ride one at a time. Maybe have a backup. 10? hundreds. And I guess I kind of have that same thing. Like everyone, whether you make 20 grand a year or 20 million a year, you have your idea of what's enough. And I'm fine with that being different for everybody. Mine's different than Wheels and Rach. Well, that idea. But when you hit your enough and you keep going, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a hard charger. That just doesn't make sense.
No, I mean, I can get continuing to, if what you love is trying to win in business. That's great. Just stop messing with the rules. If you're that brilliant, if you're that good, if you're already that wealthy, then why do you need to keep tweaking the rules more in your favor? You're already winning, man. It'd be like for whatever reason, nobody would ever accept these things in the sports world, right? In sports, we would be like, that's horrible. But it would be like if the Yankees and the Dodgers could, in the middle of a game or in the middle of a season, just spend some money, lobby the commissioner, and change a rule that favors them. Well, wait a minute. You already have every advantage in the world. Why do you need to do it? And if that happened in real life, sports fans would revolt. They would probably put people in the streets of all the other cities. But in regular life, nobody cares. Nobody pays. Nobody even sees it that way. But in sports, for some reason, we see that and we'd be like, oh, no, that's not right. But when it's just normal life, it's fine. Whatever. That guy says what I say.
Well, they've also manipulated the situation to where if you do have a problem with the billionaire class, that makes you like a communist, that makes you anti-capitalist in some way. If you're flying all over the world in your private jet and that's publicly available information, and then an average Joe posts that publicly available information, you can have a billionaire come after you legally and suspend your X account and all that. You know what I mean? It's like they want everything. They're like a dragon with their gold. Like they're just sitting atop their pile of gold. And then if anyone complains about it, we're wrong to complain.
Yeah.
Like, can't you just be happy with your money? Let us complain.
Well, guess what they did to do that, Rach? You're right. That's exactly what happens. It gets spun. Well, guess who owns all of the big media companies?
Billionaires.
Well, Elon owns Twitter. Zuckerberg owns Facebook and Instagram. Bezos owns the Washington Times. Let's see, what's his name? The guy we just talked about now owns TikTok and Larry Ellison owns CBS and TikTok. And you don't think that's a little bit of you don't think that they did that for this reason? Mm-hmm. To control some of the message, to have some say in how the messages are going out there? You think they did that out of the goodness of their hearts? I mean, there's a reason why the richest men in the world all bought major sources of information.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, we are discussing breast cancer with Dr. Debbie Bennett.
It's a great reminder to take care of yourself. I think people are so busy throughout the year taking care of everybody else. Seeing all the pink around in October is a really excellent time to take a step back and make sure that you are here to continue taking care of everybody else for a very long time.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.wustl.edu.
Welcome to Coffee House. How are you today?
Hi. Great. Thanks. May I get a sea salt caramel latte with almond milk, extra caramel, extra shot, iced,
gross,
and to go, please. Did you get all that?
No, I was just ringing you up for all the extras. Can you repeat your order, please?
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go.
Stop paying extra for extras. Get fancy coffee without the fancy coffee price at Quick Trip. Raise your coffee bar.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129. Take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com and take advantage of the huge savings.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Looking for a place to call home without all the maintenance? Check out the Towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo, located in St. Peters. These new construction townhomes are located on the south side of 36494, east of Harvester Road, and offer floor plans featuring 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a loft, and 2-car attached garages. Community amenities include a clubhouse, pool, pickleball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Tour our newly decorated display and fall in love with your new townhome. Visit LombardoHomes.com for more information.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley for i3 Broadband, the internet provider in the Pauley household. I think you'd love it if you had them as well. We've got the 2 gig package at our home. 2 gig upload, 2 gig download mirrored, and we're spending less money than we did with the cable company for lesser service. Plus, right now, they've got savings over $400 beyond their already low standard pricing. You got questions? They've got answers. Call 877-976-0711, and they've got people there who can answer all your questions, or head to their website, i3broadband.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX 149. If you notice that, if you're watching the stream, you notice that I'm sitting, like, I don't know, what was it, guys? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I always stand for the show, and I stand on this rubber mat, and I stim, so I rock back and forth, and I sway back and forth, and all that kind of stuff. And I told the guys a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, this is really weird. My right quad, the whole thing is like not numb. I can walk, but it's like I put a salon pause on it. It's like a little cold and a little numb and just feels weird. And it's been doing that, not every day, but most days.
But only when you're here.
But only when I'm here.
And when you're standing.
And when I'm standing.
All right. Not happening at home.
No. And it doesn't happen when I walk. Doesn't happen when I play baseball. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, I've always done the show standing up. Now I'm trying to do it sitting down just so my leg's not numb.
Maybe it's that one saying, don't injure me like you injure the other.
Could be. But I'm such a wuss. Like, I'm going to my doctor next week.
Yeah.
I should tell him.
Yeah.
I probably won't.
Oh, why not?
Because I'm always afraid of what they're going to do. I'm always afraid they're going to go like, oh, you need to go to the hospital and have an angiogram or this or that or a nerve
yeah, but if they
conduction
think
study.
that, you kind of want to do that.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
I know.
It might go away. It can go away.
I thought at first you were going to say that you'd be worried that they would make fun of you for a nothing burger.
No.
Like the grapes thing.
No, I'm just because I have, like high cholesterol. I'm on statin 4, and I just don't want them to go like, oh, it's probably your heart. And I get that maybe it's my heart. I understand.
It's probably not.
But
because it would be weird to be isolated to one spot and only when you're at work standing at your desk.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get used to sitting down.
It's not bothering you when you're sitting right now?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope. Here's a weird thing.
Maybe it's that rubber mat.
A weird thing to say. Could be the rubber mat, although it didn't bother me for 2 years.
That's true.
Right. So
that's true.
Anyway, I had a thought last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you guys have a fill in the blank. I have never had Cocoa Pebbles.
What?
In 61 years, I've never had a spoon of Cocoa Pebbles in my mouth. or Fruity Pebbles, or Captain Crunch,
or Lucky Charms,
or Lucky Charms,
and you got all that access to stores, and you just won't go get it.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, of course, you may not want it.
Yeah, I mean, like
you're not a kid
You'll
anymore.
know what I mean by this. I feel like I can taste it.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
It's probably so. Have you had Cocoa Puffs?
No.
Oh,
none of those things.
None of them.
None of them.
What good cereals have you had?
So my mom and dad, they were kind of weird. Like I grew up eating like Grape Nuts and Raisin Bran.
Grape Nuts are good though.
I like Raisin Bran.
Wheaties.
Mm-hmm.
So we just never had. My dad loved Frosted Flakes. I didn't.
Oh, really?
But my dad would eat Frosted Flakes and put sugar on top. He later became diabetic.
Oh, that just brought back a good memory for me. When I would spend the night at my grandma's for breakfast, we would always have Rice Krispies, and then we would get to put a spoonful of sugar.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah,
I kind of remember having that.
There was nothing better than the sugar sludge at the bottom of a bowl.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
I would get that from Wheaties, from Rice Krispies, and from the Grape Nuts. It was good like that with Grape Nuts, dude. It was really good. It's probably more sugar than you should have when it creates sludge at the bottom of the bowl, but whatever. I was a kid, man. It was
That's
cool.
so funny, Rach. I would have never remembered that again had you not mentioned it.
Well, that's my mom's mom. My dad's mom, my other grandma, would, when we would spend the night over there, would buy us the fun pack of mini cereals.
That was unimaginable.
Well, that was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I came from a rich
Oh my
family.
God. That was generational wealth.
You know, the first time we got those, I was just in heaven, and then I poured it in the bowl, and I'm like, there's nothing there. Yeah,
This is a
two of
little
these things,
box.
man. What the hell?
But the variety. I mean, you could have anything.
So I got the variety pack once, and I was just beside myself. But my dad made me eat every one. Like, I didn't want the Sugar Smacks.
Those are like my favorite.
Those were okay.
cereal.
Yeah, those were okay.
No,
yeah.
To me, those were like eating sugared bugs.
Why?
Because they were shaped like bugs.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah. They didn't taste like bugs. Of course, I haven't eaten many bugs, so.
The politics of cereal.
Dude, peanut butter Captain Crunch is a goat, but it does tear your mouth up a little bit.
Every now and then I'd get up on a school day and my mom had made pancakes or bacon and eggs. I'm like, oh, you're getting divorced, aren't you?
Something bad's happening.
Dad's dead.
You're doing these nice fancy things. What's wrong?
What's going on? Yeah, my mom and dad, I don't know about the rest of my old Gen Xers out there, but when we tell stories about you had to finish what was on your plate, for me at least, it was real. Jack and Francis did not make empty threats. I would sit there until 8:30 or 9 at night, just trying to put enough cinnamon in my applesauce to literally choke it down without throwing up. They didn't care. Like, it was a personal challenge of wills that they were not going to lose to a child.
If you need a garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of your choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Enter now at overheaddoorstlouis.com. You can't win if you don't enter at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Mizzou fans, don't miss out. Rally House Chesterfield is hosting Kevin Coleman Jr. Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 5 p.m.
Cardinals, Blues, Missouri State, Tigers, Billikens, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Sports fans, it's coming. FanDuel, the #1 sports book in the United States of America, is coming to Missouri. Now, it's coming on December 1st, so you got a little bit of time, but not much. And I'm telling you, you're going to love FanDuel. First of all, I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years. I've been with FanDuel for probably 12, 13 years. But I've been using the sports books ever since legalization came up in other states. So when I've been traveling to see family on the holidays and stuff, I use it almost every day, especially like during college bowl season or when you get into the playoffs or the pro side. And there are always great ways to play. It's super simple and easy. It's a great layout, and you can do it any way you want it, right? You can bet on the money line. You can go over-unders. Which team's going to win it all? You got future bets on there, not just like current day bets or current week bets, but future bets on there. And you can do it live, too. So with live betting, you can pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, for example, and then you can pick the next one and the next one and so on. So, again, I'm a huge fan of them. You guys want to jump on board and see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over. Present in Missouri, gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with Truehold. With Truehold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. Truehold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit Truehold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Now 86 degrees downtown at the Arch. It's day 2 of the federal government shutdown, and it doesn't appear that Republicans or Democrats are closing in on a resolution. Both sides have repeatedly pointed fingers from across the aisle for allowing the shutdown to happen. Congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns explains what's next.
Tomorrow, they will vote on that same bill, and it will likely fail if the positions hold. And so the question is, what kind of pressure starts to build against Democrats and against Republicans?
State aid to help tornado victims repair their homes or find temporary housing will soon be available.
The Spirit of St. Louis Clergy Task Force is announcing they are now taking applicants for this aid. However, with the tornado ripping through the city nearly 150 days ago, how much longer will residents in need have to wait? Lee Scott with Lively Church says once an application is approved, not much longer.
7 days from the time that the caseworker approves it, we're looking for that file to be closed with money in hand.
So far, the Clergy Task Force has received $50,000 to start and can request to receive more money as they give it out. There will be checks on addresses and required documentation during the application process. The website to apply is giacdc.org. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Just outside Manchester in the UK, a man drove a car into people outside a synagogue and began stabbing them. 2 people were killed and 4 seriously wounded. Officers shot and killed the suspect. Police are calling the incident an act of terrorism. The attack occurred on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish year. Gareth and Martin witnessed the attack.
Someone in the crowd shouted, "He's got something on him." And as I turned around, he was literally stabbing at the synagogue window door trying to get in.
They were trying to set the bomb off.
Concerns over public safety in downtown Columbia, Missouri have prompted swift action from the city and university leaders.
University of Missouri and local law enforcement leaders have announced a series of immediate steps to address crime in the area.
These include increased foot patrols by Columbia Police and Mizzou Police during peak weekend hours, additional officers from the Missouri State Highway Patrol and Boone County Sheriff's Office, meetings with Governor Mike Kehoe and U.S. Attorney Matt Price to explore state and federal support, reviews of lighting, sidewalk access and traffic flow, updates to city ordinances for better crowd control, and audits of weapons and misdemeanor cases handled by the Boone County Prosecutor's Office. Leaders say the goal is to create a safer environment for students, families, and businesses in Columbia's downtown district. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
What else other than see you later?
Former St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Bob Carpenter says farewell after 2 decades with the Washington Nationals. At Saturday's game, he was toasted by the likes of Joe Buck.
Congratulations to my good friend Bob Carpenter, somebody who I worked with back in the day in St. Louis, somebody my dad worked with from both of the Bucks, Jack and Joe. Congratulations, Bob. It's been an unbelievable career.
Carpenter tells the Post-Dispatch he was most nervous about throwing out the first pitch and was happy he got it to the plate. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. It's being called a low-speed collision, but a flight attendant was injured when 2 Delta Airlines regional jets collided at LaGuardia.
A wing of an aircraft preparing for takeoff to Roanoke, Virginia, hit the fuselage of an aircraft arriving from Charlotte, North Carolina. In air traffic control audio from liveatc.net, the pilot of the arriving plane is heard alerting controllers to the damage.
And you guys did clip, correct? Yeah, we did. Their right wing clipped our nose and the cockpit.
The FAA says air traffic control had told the Virginia-bound plane to hold short and yield to the other aircraft before the collision. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
The Dow from Stifel up 115 points to 46,557.
Still not a lot of movement in our atmosphere with the tropical action in the Atlantic, but we should start to see a little push come early next week. Otherwise, no change. Sunny skies this afternoon, 88 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, 65 for the overnight low. Temperatures do cool nicely once that sun goes down. Friday, sunny, 88, 65 Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, sunny, 88 again each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, PennMutual.com/STL. At Penn Mutual, they believe that life insurance is the central part of a sound financial plan and that it can make an enduring impact for generations to come. Talk to your independent advisor or go to PennMutual.com/STL. Penn Mutual, trusted for life. Right now, some clouds. It's 86. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 205. So as you guys know, if you listen to the show, I had a pretty bad accident. I got rear-ended on Highway 40 last, I think, Thursday, I'm forgetting now. But anyway, I was out there with my car connected to another lady's car for 90 minutes and bad traffic backup and everyone's looking at me. And one guy flipped me off. I'll never forget him because he looked just like Bad Bunny. And he just had the meanest look on his face. And you know, you can flip someone off like, or you can like grind it in.
Oh, yeah. You can really.
He just ground it in.
Yeah.
And I you know what my emotion was? I get it. I've been in your situation. I've never flipped someone off. That's a bridge too far for me if they just had an accident. But I've been pissed at them.
But you didn't do it.
I know, but like, haven't you ever done that? Like you're running late for something and you're sitting in traffic for 30 minutes. Then you get up to the wreck and there are people standing out there. Aren't you a little bit salty at them? I have been. So I got it. I'm like, okay, Bad Bunny.
I get you. Bad Bunny.
Fair enough.
It was Bad Bunny.
And then
he's on his way to his Super Bowl rehearsal.
This morning was the first time, didn't take long, that I was backed up, not long, a couple minutes, by an accident, a morning accident, and the people were just standing there awkwardly with each other next to the cars. It was a rear end thing. And I'm like, oh, man, I've been there. I got you.
I had a backup today that made no sense. There was no accident. There was no like extra lane closed or anything. And it just was backed up like insane.
I bet that really got you.
Right at the Boone's Bridge. It wasn't that bad because I wasn't in a hurry, but I still like, what's going on?
I found a new low of laziness for me this morning.
Oh.
I realized that I was becoming very annoyed by the TikToks that required me to read.
I ain't reading all that.
Yeah. I did. I
want you to read?
Yeah. Like I just have a bunch of TikToks. It's like, if you've ever blah, 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 I'm like, don't make me reading hurts. Don't make me read.
See, I get annoyed whenever the videos don't have captions because I like to watch them on silent and just read the captions.
That's a different thing than some of them have like big text over it. Or the ones that stitch a comment and they put it up in the corner. I'm like, I can't see it. It's a tiny little speck on the screen.
Can't look at both of you.
Actually, I'm in a TikTok delete era right now. Yeah, I was just on it too much, so I deleted it from my phone. For
How long's it been?
4 or 5 days, maybe 6 days.
How's it feel?
It feels good to not be like, and then I'll find myself trying to waste time on my phone and running out of things to do, and then I'm like, I guess I'll read my book. I guess I'll enrich my mind in some way.
That's way too much reading.
Instead of just zoning out and scrolling. But no, it's been a positive, but I am planning on downloading it again in the future.
I thought of another thing today that I will never do. And I don't care how good it is for you, physically or mentally. I'm never going to be the guy that cold plunges.
Why is that?
It looks horrible. Like I've been in the whirly one time in high school when it was ice. It was terrible.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Is it cold plunge? Like, do you stay in there? Do you jump in, jump out? How's that work?
I think people do it different ways.
Okay.
I think you stay in there for a while.
Yeah. I've been in the ice bath and it's not great. It was when I had the near heat stroke thing in Florida.
I get it. I see what you're doing. Like, I don't
You guys
want that
ever
for me.
do like cold at the end of your shower or something?
Oh, I always take cold showers, like literally every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like really cold?
Like cold that everybody else would think it's cold. Probably room temperature-ish.
Why do you do that?
I don't like hot showers.
Whoa.
They make me sweat.
You sweat in the shower?
Yes. I don't want to go in there and then sweat.
That makes sense.
And it's not so much sense. It's not so much like
Who sweats in the shower?
I do.
I do from time to time.
Like it.
You do?
But I like really hot showers, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, I gotta turn down the temp a little bit.
It's not just while you're in it, but then the heat stays in you for a little bit, and now I'm sweating when I'm out. So now it's done the opposite of what I want to do. Now I'm sweating after the shower.
61 years, I've never had that happen.
Oh my God. It happens. If I take a hot shower, it's every time.
Wow.
Every time.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I'm a sweaty dude. Doesn't take much.
Guess so. Andrew, you ever done a cold plunge?
Yes, I have.
And?
It's cold. It's not fun. I hated it.
More or less fun than throwing the napkin out your window.
Cold plunge.
I did like a polar bear thing one time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was quite chilly.
Does it count like when you're 10 and you go jump in the hotel pool not knowing it's not warm? I've done that.
Did I ever tell you? No, I have told it and you guys hated it. I'm not going to
We hated it. What are you talking about?
It was a story of when my brother and I got in the hotel pool and it was like way too cold and there was like nobody around and the levels were all wrong and everything about it just felt wrong. And it was like super cold and there was this like object on the floor of the pool. We were really young. We were probably like, 7 and 11. And it turned out to be a
yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, you remember. A Toblerone, let's say. That was on the bottom of the pool.
Wow.
And they didn't put up a sign or anything that said like pool's closed, somebody pooped. There was no like sign, so we didn't know what it was.
Did you have any napkins?
We should dive to the bottom of the pool and inspect it.
We were like touching it with our foot. We were like, what's this thing?
Dude.
There was no like sign, and it wasn't. We touched it, and it
Do
like
they have a sign for that?
you could write one that says the pool's closed.
Do you think they knew?
Well, so there was nobody in the pool, and it felt wrong. It felt like we shouldn't be in there.
So you guys went out there and you're like, why is it a ghost town?
Yeah, it's a total ghost town. The water was not regulated, way too cold when we got in it, like freezing cold. There was like the pool was closed. There was just no sign saying the pool's closed. So I'm thinking it must have had just happened. They evacuated the pool And then in between then and when they were
Okay.
intending to clean it.
What would you need for that? Let's say that now that happened.
Uh-huh.
And you're
Cutting my foot off.
You're the one who sees the Toblerone and you
Uh-huh.
report it, and they're
Yes.
like, "Oh my god!" And they send someone down.
Yes.
And they take the Toblerone out. Are you ready to get in, or do you need the pool drained and new water?
I mean, look, I know they're not going to drain the pool because I'm an adult and I'm a realist, and it's a huge pool, and they're not going to drain it. But I ain't getting in it. That's a problem for tomorrow's people.
When I worked at the water park, this would happen from time to time. And they would I don't know why the folks at the hotel left the Toblerone to sit in the pool.
I don't know what
That's insanity.
I don't know what they were doing. Like, we never got to the bottom of it. We just, when we realized what was happening, I think we tried to like just swim on the other side of the pool and still have fun. And then we were like, nah, we got to get out.
Well, the protocol was always immediately evacuate the pool,
Yeah.
remove the offending item, and then they just dump a ton of chemicals, a ton of chlorine, and then they're doing tests on the water to get it back to the level you want it to be. I'm personally pretty comfortable with that as far as like the chemistry has fixed the water.
Yeah.
It's no longer a problem.
Yeah.
Would I necessarily like run and jump and do a cannonball right where the Toblerone was? Probably not, but I'm just saying there's steps you
I
can
just
take
keep
to make it
picturing
okay.
Caddyshack. Spalding's duty.
Yeah, that was a floater. Have you guys ever seen the movie Free Solo about the guy that
The climbing guy.
climbs?
I have not seen it, but I've seen the trailer.
Climbing jerk.
I think he climbs El Capitan. Why is he a jerk?
Because he's an a-hole. He like everybody's begging him not to do it, and his wife's like, "Yeah, one day he's gonna die," and he's like, "I don't care. I'm climbing this stuff."
Well,
It's like, dude, what a jerk.
He has a new Netflix special coming up where he is going to free solo the tallest building in Taiwan. And it's going to be live on Netflix with no restraints or nets or anything. And the whole thing is just him climbing that building.
So it's live. So if he eats it, everybody just gets to watch it.
I mean, wouldn't they have to cut away?
I mean, I would hope that they just like shut the camera off if you notice a fall. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Those guys are nuts. dude.
Nuts.
That's
Nuts. If you haven't seen that movie, Free Solo, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Have you seen the
It'll make you
well,
not
I'm
like
sure-
that guy. Is what it'll make
Yeah,
you.
I'm sure you've seen the videos too. Like it's a big thing in Russia where they climb to the top of like tall antennas and then they do
Yeah.
the selfie where they're like hanging back. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
No, thank you. Just sort of spitballing here for this segment. It's just that kind of day. Like we've had really good shows lately. We can throw a bad one.
We're having a good,
See,
we're
it's
having
not
a good
having
show. What are you
fun.
talking
It's
about?
These people have such high expectations.
Andrew told his classic pool story.
You're right.
Yeah.
We love that stuff.
I realized this morning I'll never go to Mount Rushmore. I've never met a human, not one person, who went to Mount Rushmore and wasn't disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear it's like tiny.
I'm sure it happens. I'm sure people love it. People go there by the
Yeah,
millions.
Yeah.
I saw like a picture of it like from kind of a distance, like kind of up, and it's just like a little tiny part of this mountain. And it's always played off as it's like the whole mountain carved into these faces. And it's
Yeah.
like
Right, didn't you
relatively.
go?
Yeah, I went when I was maybe like 10.
Oh, so
And?
she's the expert.
What'd you think?
Oh, we
Dude,
got the
just relax over
we
there.
got the
okay?
expert over here.
Go take a swim. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. It was cool. I was disappointed because my dad and I tried to create a photo to where it looked like my face was in Mount Rushmore, and we couldn't figure that out. But
Was
I mean,
it-
I thought it was cool to
is
see in
it-
person.
Is it big like compared to the rest? Like, does it look big when you're looking at it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's impressive.
So here's my thing about it. Like, this is what happened. I've never been there, but like when we were in Italy, we went to do the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You get there and you look at it and you're like, oh, it's leaning and it's a tower. What else do we do? I feel like that's how I would be. Like, you look at it, you're like, oh, that's cool. Now what?
That's how he was with the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, kind of.
It's just
Except
like-
when you're in the Louvre, you can go around and look at other things too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of did the same thing. Of course, I was 16, so that kind of thing would be wasted on you when you're 16. But I was like, oh, all right, there's that.
Another random thing, Wheels. I love old baseball managers. I like Ollie, but
You mean old timey or older like now?
Older now.
Okay.
I like the Sparky Anderson, Tommy Lasorda
I
aesthetic.
gotcha.
Yeah.
You kind of like the idea of grandpa out there.
Yeah. Like old men in their
Grandpa
baseball
having
uniforms.
a hissy fit because he's
Yeah.
mad at the umpire.
Yeah.
Kicking dirt. Old Earl Weaver.
Do you think we'll always have old managers? You think that's becoming a thing of the
I think
past?
it's going to be less and less a thing, but like great managers will usually have the ability to last because they're great. Like the great ones will always be around and get a chance to age because they are great. But on average, yeah, it's not going to go that way. They want managers that are a little bit closer to the ages of the players so they can communicate better. Because see, like this gets back to the difference between what managers were and what managers are. Managers used to be the guys in charge of everything. So if they needed, like the farm system would be developing players based on the preferences of their manager, right? The manager was the baseball voice and they did everything by their own gut. Everything was their own feel for the game. And that is not the case now. Now you're more of a conductor. You've got all this information. The front office is an active participant in it. And your job is more to just maintain the clubhouse and keep guys in the right mental space and then be the spokesperson for the team and be on camera. It's not as much about just gut strategy.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. This is the show where your money is not scary. It's a show that's all about you. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Listen and follow Jill on Money on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hi, Debbie Monterey with Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, you've been helping families for more than 22 years with your guarantees, your buyers in waiting program, and you were telling me that between now and the end of the year is a good time to sell. Can you share why?
Always good to see you. When it comes to timing, the spring and fall selling season have historically been the most active. However, due to raised home value and affordability, this market still has lots of sellers and buyers on the sidelines. Fact is, between now and year end is a great time to discuss the sale of your home. I have guaranteed sale program solutions for every situation, including instant multiple cash offers, 100% market value, or my trusted guaranteed sale program, where I'll sell your home at our agreed upon price or I will buy it myself.
Sounds like a plan. The time is now. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com, GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
104.1 FM KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. Stronger than ever.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX 223. We have John Moriarty from E3 Wealth coming up. Is he in studio?
Yep, he's on the couch.
Cool. He'll be here at 2:30. So anyone out there who has questions about finances and things like that, John's awesome. You're going to see he's just a really cool guy. I was thinking about that discussion we had about the movie Fantastic Four, which blends a 1950s world with faster than light speed technology, XYZ. And I was thinking about what we have today with quantum computers and AI and ChatGPT and iPhones and all this stuff. How far back do you think you'd have to go for people to just be blown away? Our grandparents who died in the 70s, if you showed them this, and I'm not talking like, wow, I'm talking like this is crazy magic.
It's wizardry.
Yeah. How far back do you think you have to go?
Maybe like pre-television, because with TV, we've always had like the sci-fi shows to where even if they weren't accurate in predicting like a touchscreen or something like that, your mind was kind of going in that direction and there was a visual for it. Maybe like Laura Ingalls Wilder times. I always think about like, they're crossing the country in a covered wagon and it's like, hey, check out my iPad.
Maybe. It's definitely, it's got to be something before television, because at least in television, right, you had this the understanding that these images, these moving images and voices came to your little box in your room, your living room, from an antenna. So just through the air, which is kind of what it is when you're on your phone. Mm-hmm. Except that it's also access to the entire world's library and everything else. But I think the concept would have stuck with anybody that was in the TV era. But if you were World War I, or maybe pre-radio, if you were pre-radio, you'd be, oh my gosh. Like when the telegram was the height of technology, you'd be like, this is no way. You're a witch.
Do you expect the same thing in 100 years from now?
Yes. I mean, we are a little bit more science-based world. You know what I mean? Like you go back to what Rachel's talking about, crossing the prairie in a covered wagon. That's not a technology-based world. Mm-mm. No, that's just hands and tools, and that's not so much tech life. We're at least used to the idea that there are supercomputers being built and that there's space travel, and like we can. I think our minds are a little more prepared for something, but I'm sure there will be something that we are just like, no way. Maybe it's teleportation or something along, but we can conceive of that though.
Yeah.
But it would still be pretty mind-breaking to see it.
I think about it more in the terms of like when we're doing a segment about AI or something and we're speculating as far as where that's going to take us. Sometimes I do think in 20 years, am I going to find one of those old segments and listen and be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you were so far off in what you thought this would become.
Maybe I'm just dramatic, or maybe I don't understand history, or maybe it's both. But my gut is that the next 100 or so years, maybe 200, are going to be very difficult for humans to survive. I think if we're going out it's in the next couple 100 years.
Could be.
Because I think we're going to have to make some drastic changes and decisions to live in this brave new world with. Imagine what AI is going to be in 50 years. And I could see us, I mean, with all the weapons we have and all these things that are so very different than life even 10 years ago, much less 50. I just feel like this is going to be a real challenge. If we make it past that, we might be okay.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey. I'm Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman. From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM. Your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Thinking about a bath remodel or swapping out that old tub for a sleek, easy to clean shower? Hey, it's Trish Gazelle for Michael's Baths with one question. What's there to think about? Michael's beats the competition by 30 to 50%, uses top quality materials, and backs it all with over 30 years experience. And now they'll throw in a free shower door or $500 off. Schedule a free in-home consultation, 636-775-0800 or michaelsbass.com. Michael's Bass, what's there to think about?
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
Dave Murray's forecast is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Still not a lot of movement in our atmosphere with the tropical action in the Atlantic, but we should start to see a little push come early next week. Otherwise, no change. Sunny skies this afternoon, 88 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, 65 for the overnight low. Temperatures do cool nicely once that sun goes down. Friday, sunny, 88, 65 Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, sunny, 88 again each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
My best friend Jenny came over for coffee, said it's cold enough in here to play hockey. Well, my furnace broken, it's already late. Call Jerry Kelly because they're open till 8, jerrykelly.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Jerry Kelly.
Get ready because here they come.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Beatlemania all over again with the Fab Four, the ultimate tribute to the Beatles. Entertainment Tonight says seeing the Fab Four is just like seeing the Beatles. The Fab Four takes you through the 60s with the music that changed our lives. It's a show you won't want to miss.
Saturday, October 4th at the Family Arena. Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
And the Lovin' Spoonful.
Do you believe in magic?
Saturday, October 25th at the Family Arena with the Hollies' greatest hits, starring Terry Sylvester. Get tickets now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon and the Lovin' Spoonful.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler for Supplement Superstores, but specifically 213 Complex. It is the best all-natural weight loss supplement out there. And it does a bunch of key things, but the number one thing is it gets your metabolism working at its peak. Most of us operate at less than full capacity. I think the average, something like 80% of people are below where they need to be with the functioning of their metabolism. Well, 213 complex gets right after that. And from my own experience, you can tell, not just like, it doesn't make you feel different when that's happening, but you can tell that you're burning calories. You start to notice the belt's a little tighter than it was a week or two before, and you didn't really even try to go that way. Like, it just happened. That happened to me a few days ago. I didn't, well, there's that. Didn't expect that, but you get a lot more than the metabolism boost, which is the key, but you also get some help with fighting cravings, all day focused energy, no crash at the end of the day. It's not like energy drinks, guys. It's not one of those things where you're going to be wired and you're going to be bouncing around and at the end you crash. That's not what happens. It's just a balanced, focused energy all day without the jitters that can come with the drinks either. And it can help lower cortisol levels, which can help with sleep, which helps with reducing stress, and all of those things help you reach goals too. So reaching your goal isn't easy. None of this is magic. You don't just take 213 complex and like, poof, you're where you want to be. You got to do the work. You got to listen to some advice, and you got to get after it. And you can do that by getting out to Supplement Superstores. When you're there, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They'll knock 30% off that 213 complex, and you can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
Dave Glover, celebrating 25 years.
Hi, Dave. It's Janelle, your favorite influencer movie critic, Holiel, wishing you a happy 25th anniversary. I've been a listener since the I Get It days, and now I'm lucky enough to be part of the ever-expanding Glover family. Definite 5 out of 5 stars. Would recommend.
Sponsored by Law Office of Susan L. Ward.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 234. If you want to watch us on the stream, you can go to Facebook or YouTube. Joel Connor is new to it, and he said a while ago, last hour, he said it's like watching the moon landing. And he says, someone who knows more about this, can you share some enlightenment? How do they all know when a break is coming? Is Andrew or someone talking in their headsets, telling them about a break? Boy, that you think we're a lot fancier than we are. No one's in my headset.
Ray, show them the sign.
Yeah, show them the sign.
Go like this.
Yeah, but like the other sign, your little whiteboard.
Oh, yeah,
the dented whiteboard.
I don't even know what it is. I'm like, yes. So, like, I'll
Tell
write
Dave
down
what time he needs to go.
This is from the last break. We were supposed to break at 28 after the hour. So I put that up just so Dave kind of knows. And then, I help to guide in and out with music. And
the other breaks are floating.
Yeah.
And we all have a good sense, especially Rach and I, having done this for so long together. We just kind of instinctively know, or we'll catch each other's eye and give the little, So,
and we have several screens here that show how many commercials are going to play and how long each of those commercials are. So we take the time that we know we have to be out at a certain time, and then you count backwards the commercials, and that's how we determine like exactly what time we need to be out.
Yeah, that's for the boys in the truck. I do when I say something funny, I just go, "That's it, let's go." We're not going to do better than that.
Just skedaddle.
If you're watching on the stream, you see that John Moriarty from E3 Wealth is in studio with us. Great to see you, my friend.
Great to be seen.
So you and Wheels just kind of missed each other in baseball.
Yes.
Yeah, old man baseball.
Yeah, old man. Yeah.
baseball.
Well, world record Guinness book.
Yeah.
Baseball, but yes,
right.
old man.
So
old
his
man,
record
yes.
is better than the last record I had. They broke the record from
that's
before that.
cool.
Somebody else had broken it, but then the St.
some
Louis group
Canadians
reclaimed it.
own
Yeah,
it's
they're crazy.
But I have that plaque with the thing that says Guinness, and I have 2 of those. One at home to remind my family, and then one at the office to remind anybody that cares.
Yeah. So, the first one we did for that was, I think it was only like 32 hours. It wasn't, only you play baseball for 32 hours. It's quite a bit, but compared to the 70 that he played in.
Yeah. Like
but the first one, we had a representative from Guinness in Ireland fly over and hang out with us the whole time. And he basically was adjudicating it, making sure we followed the rules and all that. And then we got a full spread page in the 2008 Guinness Book of World Records.
That's cool.
Like if you open it up, I don't remember where, but if you open up like the whole page at the bottom is our 2 team photos.
Is that cool? The most difficult physical thing you guys have done?
Yeah, it's up there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really do much physical things. So yeah, that was that's 70 hours of baseball and 2 squads on each team. and you kind of offset, you know, for 3.5 days. But yeah, I've never put my body through anything like that, nor will I ever again.
Did you sleep at the ballpark?
Yeah, you can't leave.
We had an RV we rented and brought right there out in the parking lot, and either you had one of those or you slept like in the clubhouse.
Yeah, cot set up or just sleeping bags or whatever.
It's part of the Guinness rules. Like you can't leave the complex.
You cannot leave the grounds
or the record
record's
is
over. Yeah. But people bring in like a lot. It's always a fundraiser. Who did you guys have for that one?
Mighty Oaks Heart Foundation.
So Mighty Oaks. We did one for the Boys and Girls Club of St. Louis. We did Cardinal Glennon. We did Backstoppers. Like there have been a bunch of them, and they always raise, hundreds of thousands of dollars, like a couple 100,000, 150, 100, couple, because we get sponsors that come in and restaurants bring food because you got to eat and you can't leave. So it's a really well done project. But it's hard and it's a lot of work for those guys that organize it. Like my buddy Chuck, Chuck Williams organized a lot of it.
Amazing.
Who worked with him on the last one? Because I know Steve Pona was with him on the early ones too.
I don't know, but those people are saints.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It does good. You have fun, and then you feel like you're dead after it's over.
Yeah.
Walking.
But basically, if you were to imagine it, Dave, you play a game for you'll play for 3 or 4 hours, and then you're off for 3 or 4 hours. That's kind of how you end up going.
Like Le Mans.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And then when you're off, you got to eat. You got to try to sleep. You get
maybe
medical
take a
treatment.
shower.
Yeah, you can get medical treatment if you need to. You can take a shower.
By the last wave, like the last 5 hours, we were literally seeing people just go down with injuries. I saw one guy run after a foul, a ball up the middle. He was playing second base, pulled his hamstring, literally jumped in the air, and then just fell down because he was done. So it's like you just start picking people off. We had barely enough people just to finish the game.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Can the injured guys leave or they have to stay?
Well, no, they got to stay there.
Yeah,
they don't have to play, but they can't leave.
They just sit there and look pitiful.
Yeah, they're
like line them up,
just
line them up like refugees. Like they're just they're sitting there just watching.
Can't remember if it was the first or the second one we did, but one of those two, the youngest guy out there got hurt in like the second hour because he had to be playing hero ball.
That's no
good. He's like trying to take extra bases and all. Then he pulled his hamstring. Well, buddy, you're going to be hurting for the next 2 days.
What kind of fool do that?
Oh, Dave, that would be you. If it makes you feel better, that's the mentality of the guy that was the only guy who was maybe in his 20s.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, "Whoa, buddy,
long day. You got a long time ahead. It's a marathon, not a sprint."
That's funny.
Yeah.
So let's, like we said, John, let's do the funnel approach. Just kind of reintroduce yourself to KMOX. What do you guys do?
So our firm, E3 Consultants Group, we're a comprehensive wealth and tax, insurance, financial firm, right? So we've got about 70 advisors and staff and team members that serve clients in all financial needs. And then we have probably in the last 5 to 6 years really focused in on working with business owners and entrepreneurs. So I say entrepreneurs, business owners, professional investors, because what we have found is the marketplace, there's a big gap in not only knowledge, but scope of services for those types of people. And you have successful business owners that are making good money. They're supporting, large groups of employees and helping the community, but nobody's really helping them figure out ways to protect their money, save on taxes, estate planning, asset protection. So we've really focused our efforts there, and actually we're almost there. Got the first proof of our book, but we wrote a new book called The Entrepreneur Playbook that is focused on cracking the code as to how to unlock proven strategies on wealth and tax strategy.
That's so cool because someone like me, you know me pretty well. I'm not financially or mathematically minded at all. And even when it comes to entrepreneurs, I guess I've sort of been an entrepreneur, like with, this is sort of entrepreneurial and Foxball was, but I always feel like it's talent and luck. And I'm sure it's a lot of talent, but there's also a lot of planning and very purposeful actions. It's not just God shines on you.
Yeah, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they do a really good job of putting their time, talent, and capital to work and creating something. And sometimes that catches fire and they make good money, or they have this growth and it's really exciting. And it normally gets to a certain point, whatever, with luck or success or opportunity or networking. And then they get to that level where it's like, okay, if I want to go past this, I need something else. And that's normally when we get involved, right? They're like, okay, we're where we want to be, but now I got to figure out what's on the other side of that. Or it's like, I built this company for 20 years. I look like an overnight success, but actually I've been grinding at this for 2 decades. Now my kids are a certain age. I'm trying to figure out, do I turn the business over to them? Do one of my employees who has been here for 10 years that maybe wants to run this business, do I sell to them? Does private equity group come in? And because I'm getting calls now because I am successful, like all of those things are where having a financial team that can help you unlock benefits and strategies that exist for you, and then help you figure out, okay, how do I do this in a way that's still smart, but now I want to take advantage of every opportunity that's out there for me, and I need somebody to tell me what I'm missing. And unfortunately for most folks, they're not going to get that from their typical financial advisor. They're not going to get it from their tax professional or CPA unless that's really something they do for a living.
Yeah, that was my question, is absent E3 Wealth, are most successful businesses, business owners, and entrepreneurs just depending on like their accountants?
The short answer is they're looking to their accountants for advice. Then what they're getting feedback on is, well, you don't need to worry about that. Paying taxes is a good thing, right? That means you're making money, you're successful. Or they're asking questions about ideas because they're talking to other entrepreneurs. They're hearing things, they're reading things, they're watching watching videos on YouTube or listening to podcasts, and they're like, well, that sounds like something I could do. They go to their accountant, oh, you don't worry about that. Or, ooh, that's kind of risky. And mainly that's not because that person doesn't want their client to be successful, but either they don't have enough time to research it. Their mindset is one of scarcity, right? I stay in these lines and I don't get out of them. And the other part of it is they're like, I'm in my late 50s, early 60s. I don't want to mess with that. I don't have time, right? So unfortunately, if I'm going to the person that got me to where I was, but now my business and my financial life is going to a different place, maybe the people you have around you, they were great for you along the first part of the journey, but now you're in totally different territory. You need a new team, right? You need to bring in somebody that can kind of have a fresh look and say, oh, you ever thought about this? Yeah, I've actually asked my people, but they would never help me. Okay, well, let's have that conversation. So for us, it's just been a process of understanding, well, what do entrepreneurs want? What do they need? Do we have the resources? If we don't have the resources, who do we partner with for the resources? And we do that job to help build that team around them.
Do you have a couple of nuggets from the book you want to share? A couple of entrepreneurial kind of things?
Yes. So I would, the first one is when you talk about the IRS, right? There's this mentality out there that the IRS is the boogeyman, and anything that you're going to do that is going to help you save taxes, which we refer to as tax avoidance, right? Tax avoidance is 100% legal. Tax evasion, that's bad. Right. So avoiding taxes is legal. Everybody can do it. And there's 7,000 pages of the code. There's probably, when you talk about regulations and like basically Congress saying, okay, these are things that go into the code, it's like 70,000 pages. So people look at that and they say, it's too much, it's too complicated. And what happens is people are turned away from strategies, not because they're not legal, but because people don't want to take the time and energy to focus on those. So I always feel like people, when it comes to taxes, are always playing defense, right? It's, it's like, how do I keep paying more taxes, but I'm always playing defense? Well, somebody can help you play offense, right? Let's look at the code. Let's figure out a way. So for us, it's flipping it. You still have to play defense, meaning you have to have a business purpose for a deduction. It's got to be ordinary and necessary. You have to document it. But if you do all those things in the code, you can take those deductions, right? So it's our job to be more offensive in the way we look at things. And that's why we call it the entrepreneur playbook.
Yeah.
The idea is if everybody else on your team is playing defense, how do you win? Like, only maybe the, 95 Bears and, some of the Baltimore Ravens teams could win by playing defense. Like, you need offense to score. So that'd be the first thing. The second thing is when it comes to business owners, they are so creative and they have such a mindset for growth that what they start to realize over time when it comes to financial things, they don't have people around them that have a growth mindset, right? Most of the financial people around them are, well, don't do this with your money. You don't want to lose your money. You don't want to take risk. So they have people around them. We'd say they have a scarcity mindset, right? They're worried about things happening. Therefore, we just won't do it. So what we try to do is come with that same growth mindset. Starts with education. We want to help them build confidence, and then let's figure out ways to take action with your money. That mindset links up with a lot of entrepreneurs because they're like, you finally think like I do. And that helps them make decisions and be more active in the process of building and growing their wealth.
I'm glad you're my friend, but you just made me feel like I've wasted my life. I've done everything wrong.
We can go back and just talk baseball. That's fine.
That's John Moriarty, e3wealth.com. Thank you, Jomo.
Thank you.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with KMOX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss it down, listen to the Chiefs on KMOX or KMOX on the Odyssey app. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
So Dr. Maupin and her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan, did a very nice congratulations, Dave, 25th anniversary message for me. And in it, they give me credit for bringing the men into the practice. And so let me focus on the men. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I don't know what it's like to go through perimenopause or menopause, and all those things are a mystery to me. But I do know what it's like to age as a man. And for me, early 50s, mid 50s, you start to kind of like, oh, I used to be able to jump this high. I used to be able to do this and do that. And then at some point in the bedroom, it's like, boy, this used to be different. Just know that there's a fix for that. There are many things you can do, but I have chosen the bioidentical hormone replacement pellets that men get every 6 months, women get every 4 months. It helps performance. It helps libido. It helps your mood. It helps, like, you could be going to the gym and really working hard and getting no results, no gains, because you don't have any testosterone going through your system. So it fixes a whole lot of things. I've had absolutely zero side effects. Getting the pellets takes 10 minutes. It's no big whoop. Right next door is BioBalance Skin, where they can make your face look 10 years younger without making you look like the Joker. For all things Dr. Maupin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Hey, just check the mail. We've been invited to a seminar and dinner is free.
It's going to be chicken and it'll taste like Play-Doh.
Don't be fooled. All seminars are not the same. For example, Steve All, an investment advisor representative and founder of the All Financial Group, will be hosting his Taxes and Retirement Seminar at Bishop's Post, October 7th and 9th. From the big beautiful bill to taxes on your Social Security, Steve will not only cover the hurdles you'll face in retirement, but ways to keep more money in your pocket and less in Uncle Sam's. This is a complimentary event, but seating is limited, so reserve your seat today. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
You know, hon, I've always been interested in us buying a timeshare.
I'd rather eat Play-Doh.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
$2.52 DGS. You guys want some fun facts?
Yes, please.
I'm not sure how fun this one is. A famous Canadian hunter named Francis Wharton, probably Francois, shot a deer in the late 1960s, but didn't have any teeth. So he made dentures out of the deer's own teeth and used those to eat it. There's a lot going on in that story.
That guy, how did he get on to stay in there? What did he?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what sort of contraption. Well, George Washington had donkey teeth.
Yeah, but I mean, George probably went to a dentist and they probably implanted them. Like, this guy do that himself?
Did they have dentists back in?
Yeah.
In the 1960s? Oh, you mean George Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In George Washington time.
Yeah,
or the
because
60s. I don't know.
The barber pole is the barber pole, red and white, because they were also the ones that bled you. So it's a very different thing. Yeah.
Is that why they did that?
Yeah. That's why the barber pole looks like that.
That sort of supports that there weren't dentists. This is more than there
Well,
were.
I mean, it might have just been a doctor that did it as opposed to a specialized
It might have
dentist.
just been like one guy who cuts your hair and also your flesh.
Well, still, I mean, George Washington didn't eat the donkey that the teeth came from. Like this guy with the deer teeth, this feels malicious.
Right.
That's wrong. He should
that's
not
a
have done
Buffalo
that.
Bill the
That's a
killer
little
kind of
weird.
thing.
Yeah.
You can always tell someone in their 30s because they can't say donkey without saying it like Shrek.
Be careful. There are risks to being the funny one at work. If the joke falls flat, the two big risks are that you end up looking less credible and you lose people's respect.
Oh, well.
I think all of us have everyone.
What if
in
you don't
this
have that
world
to begin
respect.
with?
There's nothing to worry about.
Well, that explains my no respect or credibility, I
I
guess.
was going to say, what if you don't have any of that? Then you don't have to worry, right?
Yeah,
Just joke away.
Joke away. Drop the bombs. Today's maybe the weirdest national day I've seen. October 16th is National Dave Glover Day, right? DGS?
Correct.
Today
you,
is
Diego.
National Produce Misting Day.
I love that. I love going by the produce when it's getting misted.
You know what? I'm making fun of it, but I get excited too.
It's fun.
You guys ever see the grocery stores that'll do like little like thunder noises?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like they're having a little storm.
Yeah.
Heaven.
Wheels, you're not
Absolutely
as
heaven.
whimsical as us about
I
the.
was just like, well, okay, it's the thing that happens, but
It's a thing that happens. Yeah. Yeah. So is volcanic eruption, Wheels.
Yeah, we got you on that.
yeah, those things are pretty close
I
too.
gotta say it.
It's happened again. A pig jumped off a truck on an Iowa highway, and someone grabbed it, named her Peppa, and now it's living in a sanctuary.
Okay.
Which this is one I'll have to talk to God about when I get there because I know that's a happy story.
I mean, no, it's not.
But it pisses me off for all the other pigs that
Yeah,
didn't jump off the truck.
It shows how stupid we are.
Yes.
Because we're like, oh, this one has value. We shouldn't eat her.
Hey, he was smart enough to do it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a happy story for that one pig. It's a horror story for the other 70 pigs on the truck.
We should eat her with her own teeth.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You guys, America's #1 sports book is coming to Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel. FanDuel is the top sports book in the United States of America. You'll finally have your chance to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports and do it from your own couch, right? Now, I've had the FanDuel Sportsbook app for years. And when I travel, when I go to Illinois, when I get up to Michigan, when I get down to Georgia, where I get to all the places where they have allowed sports betting for years, I've been a regular player. I love putting together kind of the little low stakes parlays just for fun, right? You put a couple bucks into it, but might get a $40 payout or something along those lines. But I also will play straight up money line bets or just straight up games, over unders, you name it. You can play it the way that you want to, which is the way that I do it. And you've got live betting too. So you could pick the next guy that's going to get a base hit in a ball game, or the next guy that's going to score a touchdown. And you can kind of play along as the game goes along. Look, I've been with FanDuel since they launched their daily fantasy games. I've been on the sports book since it launched. It's fantastic. Easy app, easy to put your money in, just as easy to get your money out, by the way, which is a really big deal. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. So go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, present Missouri gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rally House, shop every team in town, college and pro. Come on, it's time to go.
Mizzou fans, don't miss out. Rally House Chesterfield is hosting Kevin Coleman Jr. Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 5 p.m.
Cardinals, Blues, Missouri State, Tigers, Billikens, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley for i3 Broadband, the internet provider in the Pauley household. I think you'd love it if you had them as well. We've got the 2 gig package at our home, 2 gig upload, 2 gig download mirrored, and we're spending less money than we did with the cable company for lesser service. Plus, right now, they've got savings over $400 beyond their already low standard pricing. You got questions? They've got answers. Call 877-976-0711, and they've got people there who can answer all your questions, or head to their website, i3broadband.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Breaking News. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got a cloudy sky. Right now, it's 86 degrees downtown at the Arch. Republican leader John Thune spoke on the Senate floor, says he's giving his Democratic colleagues another chance today to end the government shutdown.
If we can just find a few more Democrats to join us, we can end this shutdown and get back to bipartisan appropriations work and the business of the American people.
It's impacting National Park Service sites, including the Arch. South Carolina tourist Mark Hutchinson.
I think both sides are to blame on this. One side doesn't want to compromise. The other side thinks that spending will get us out of the problem. And, you know, my taxes are going up and up and up, and it's just getting ridiculous.
Nearly 150 days after May's tornado, St. Louis City victims might finally see state funds. The Spirit of St. Louis Clergy Task Force announces $50,000 to help displaced residents paying for repairs. Lee Scott with Lively Church.
Our grant that we applied for was for $1 million. They're giving it to us in small increments as we go on. So the first allotment that they're sending out, they're starting with $50,000.
And he says applications are open now. The St. Charles mother, who is accused of killing her 16-year-old son, had police called to her house before.
Back in February, a crisis intervention team was sent to the same house on Lightfoot Drive. At that time, St. Charles City police say Krista Roy was sent to the hospital for a psych eval. On Monday, police arrested the 47-year-old at a hospital for the murder of her son, Carter Bennett. He lived at that same house under the care of grandparents who were out of the country at the time of the murder. Lieutenant Daniel Gibbons with St. Charles City Police.
She was located in a hospital for a suicide attempt. And so detectives were able to locate her and interview her. And after being Mirandized, she confessed to killing her son.
Court documents say Roy stole the gun from her ex-husband just days before the killing. She's being held on a $1 million cash-only bond. A bond hearing is scheduled for October 9th. Stuart McMillan, KMOX News.
2 Delta Airlines regional jets collided on the taxiway at LaGuardia in New York. Transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
We do know that one of the flights, the flight that struck the other, had been told by air traffic controllers essentially to yield to the other airplane.
St. Louis native Nikki Glazer will film her next major comedy special right here at home. Glazer is set to record the show for Hulu during her 2 performances at the Fox Theater on October 24th and 25th. She recently told KMOX's Chris and Amy,
I'm going to be at my apartment and just have to drive down the road a mile. And then I'm at the theater I'm performing at. It's pretty crazy because usually on the road, it's just I have to travel so far to get anywhere.
The hometown filming comes after a massive year for the comedian who earned attention for her part at the Tom Brady roast and for hosting the Golden Globes. The new special is scheduled to be released sometime next year. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. You feel you got duped by Amazon into purchasing a Prime subscription. How do you get your share of that massive settlement? Total Information AM's Megan Lynch asked consumer protection attorney Danny Karen.
What kind of things do people need to have in hand to show that they were caught in this?
That's what's really elusive to me. How do you know? I mean, according to the second round, you need to have signed up pursuant to Prime's Universal Prime Decision page, or its Shipping Option Select page, or its Prime Video Enrollment Flow, or its single page checkout. What the heck are those?
The Federal Trade Commission says the first round of reimbursements will be automatic for customers who only use the Prime benefits a few times in their enrollment. The next wave of customers has to apply. Application information is expected by late January. Let's get a check of the St. Louis Business Index. To Stifel we go for that. Scott Bedell. Scott.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. The party continues for both speculators and investors alike, as many of the major indexes settled at all-time highs. At the 3 p.m. closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had risen 79 points, or just about 0.2%, to 46,520. The Standard & Poor's 500 index also higher by 0.1% to 6,715, while the NASDAQ Composite was the best performing index, up 0.4% to 22,844. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index continuing to have issues as it finished unchanged at 1,609. Looking at some stocks of local interest, Anheuser-Busch gained 0.9% at $60.06. Boeing advanced 1% at $217.43. Stifel Financial added 0.25% to $112.09. On the downside, Post Holdings fell 1% at $106.86, while the former Southwestern Bell, now called AT&T, lost 2% at $27.01. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got a crash on 70 East at Jennings Station, has the left lane and shoulder closed.
That warm and dry feeling for early October continues this afternoon. Sunny skies, about 88 for the high. Warmest part of the day this time of year is about 2:30 in the afternoon. Then tonight, clear skies, a slow drop back into the upper 70s, 65 for the low Friday. Instant replay, sunny skies, 88. Instant replay over the first weekend of October, Saturday sunny and 88, Sunday sunny, also 88. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Right now, we've got some clouds. It is 86 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. We are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 1041 FM KMOX. Happy Thursday. 3:07 every Thursday for the 3 o'clock hour. We have our buddy Janelle in. You can follow her on all of her social media at Holy L-E-L-L-E. And she does movie reviews and just kind of generally hangs out with us. So I got rear-ended last week, the lady tried to get away. Your lady got away.
Yeah, while I was on the phone with the police, she drove away. So, yeah. I was on the exit heading to work off of 70 East, the Florissant exit to UMSL. Please don't show up at my work. And yeah, no, she hit me. And while we were pulled over on the shoulder while I was on the phone with the police, she drove away. And I was like, well, there she goes. And the lady was like, can you get her license plate? And I was like, yeah. And so I read up. So
you got a plate though.
Yeah, I did get a plate, description of vehicle and everything. Part of me feels a little bit because I know it's a student on her way to class. And I was like, but you drove away, you know? I mean, like you could all you had to do was stay. And I the mother in me is like, well, you know, maybe she had a test. I feel bad because again, it's not like my car was, it's still drivable. My truck is okay. I have damage, but that's, because I have damage, I had to make an report because it wasn't going to go against my written insurance. I mean, probably going to, but.
What are sort of trouble you get into for that?
It depending on the amount of damage done to my truck, it can be a fine of a few $1,000s up to suspension of your license or jail time.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you're out there, sorry, but you drove away.
Yeah, don't do that.
So I got a text from Janelle I think that evening when we were having our Superman discussion when Wheels was melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so this is what he feels like during Redbird rush hour and listens to people call in and text with their, like, you just don't know. Yeah, no, I was ready to put my head through a wall.
So Superman is supposed to be a dummy.
Superman is very naive in the comics, yes.
All of the comics? Because I've read about
hey,
like there's more than one.
Making you louder doesn't make you right. So, but yes, in the comics, starting from like I know this is a new thing. It's kind of like the person on second base. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's still happening. But yes, he is naive.
So Superman has always been written as stupid.
No, I didn't say always, but he has been, yes.
Because I thought there was like there's also a version where he's like also as smart as he is strong.
Yeah, no, he has super intelligent. You met a lot of intelligent people that have no common sense.
Not many that were aliens from another planet.
Okay. Well, it's a fake guy. So he can be written kind of.
Well, no, then I haven't met any fake guys. Yes, you're right.
So, but yeah, no, he gets duped quite a bit by Lex Luthor and Brainiac and Lois Lane's father, who's a villain in the comics.
I didn't know that.
Her father's a villain?
Yeah. So, yeah, he does very, very naive things. There's one story where he sends a child in to basically negotiate with some drug dealers to get him out of the neighborhood. And it's like, okay, you just sent a child in to deal with drug dealers. And that he burns down the drug dealer's building, without any thoughts of, but he's taken advantage a lot because and the reason like he gets taken advantage by like Lois Lane's fathers, he has an overwhelming, just good moral compass. And he thinks that every human, like if you did see Superman, that the scene he has with Lex Luthor is he still believes there's somebody good inside of him. And it does allow him to get taken advantage quite a bit. Yeah. And he's also, Marvel is Hyperion. He's like Captain Marvel, but Hyperion was written specifically to counteract the Superman. So, yeah.
Same old.
Yeah.
What's a Hyperion?
Hyperion is it's Marvel's version of Superman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so, yeah. No, he's still raised very human. He has, again, super intellect. He has all of his superpowers. He's not a god, but he has godlike powers. But he does some things that are still very because of the way he was.
So Superman in the comic books has zero common sense.
I didn't say zero.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Here he goes.
I mean, like the things that he did they were childlike.
Andrew,
He's doing.
He can look it up all he wants.
I ain't looking up nothing.
Exactly. Because he's blindly confident that he has the answer already.
No, because this is like this. I'm trying to explain it to like as if, when he deals with baseball and how we've always discussed that everybody has a thing that they're kind of a nerd about. Well, his thing is baseball.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is comics. This is what
So
I read.
Wheels is a comic book version of someone who wants Ali Marmol gone for the wrong reasons.
Yes, it hates,
could be.
That hates the person on second base now during extra innings. Okay, you might hate it. Now I will give you, a lot of people did not like the way he was written, kind of whiny. People had a criticism for the movie that they felt like he was a little too whiny.
Yeah. I think the line I said is he acts like a 3-year-old. He's like,
while he's Superman or while he's Clark Kent.
No, just in general, because you're like, so not having this problem is I can't do it without doing spoilers.
I think at this point you can just say spoiler alert and say what you got to say. It was June, was or July.
Yeah,
you're fine.
As a grown person who grew up on Earth, who's educated, who works in the media, he would know that you can't just go do international things without talking to people. He would know that.
But he thinks as Superman, but
he would know that, wouldn't he?
No, because he really thinks that he thought he was doing the ultimate good for the planet.
Huh. I didn't realize he was just.
He's as Superman. He's not holding himself to journalistic standards.
Well, no, I'm saying the experience of being here for 35. How old is Superman? Roughly
30.
So 30-ish. So if he's that, he went to college. He's got a job at a major media company. His girlfriend is a reporter,
which is why she grilled him about it, and he got angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm saying
Superman's parents inbred in the comics.
No, we discussed this. Remember, I talked about how James Gunn grew up here in Des Peres, and he makes everybody talk from Missouri sound in the Midwest sound like that. So that's a him thing. Like I said, I don't know who he was around a whole bunch, but he really makes them. Yeah.
That was weird.
It was.
So that complaint's valid.
His parents?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's completely valid.
Did you like what they did with Supergirl?
I mean, yeah, she was raised by a whole different set of parents and a whole different situation with the planet exploding, and her parents, I believe, survived it. And then kind of might have raised her with a whole bunch of different belief systems.
It would be so funny if we meet her parents from space and they're like, well, Supergirl.
Yeah, they landed in Kansas somewhere. We're next door neighbors.
The exact same accent.
This makes me seem like I don't have any whimsy, but I'm probably the only person who didn't like Superdog.
Oh, I like that.
So all I've seen is the trailer, and the dog made me not want to watch it.
Really?
Thank you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
part.
it just seemed. I was like, oh, okay. And then there was a point where they're flying through the air, fighting in the trailer, and everything slowed down, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, the dog was one of the good parts.
Yeah, I did see all three of my dogs in that dog, so that was it was. There were a lot of things where I'm like, well, that's Indy, and that's Newt, and that's Hank. So I mean. Now, knowing what I know about Supergirl and the story they're probably using for next year for the movie, try not to get too attached to the dog.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Fine by me.
Now they might change it, but that's a little bit of where that kind of goes.
And I very surprisingly liked Fantastic Four.
I was surprised you liked it too, considering you paid for it more than what I think somebody paid for it at the theater. So that was crazy. Yeah, but
you made a statement. I wrote it down on my poison pen. I told her, "Hey, I just rented Fantastic Four for $24.99. This can only go bad." And you said very flatly, "No movie is worth $25."
Yeah, I said no movie is worth $25. In my opinion, there's no. You can always see a movie for cheaper. It's just no movie. Your expectations had to be so high. I just don't know how that would match it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it did. I thought it should have done better than the theaters and what it did. It was one of the better Marvel movies that had come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great space adventure movie. that's just happened to be set in the 60s. Yeah, I thought it was great.
So Earth 828, and it's like the 50s or 60s, but we have faster than light travel. Is that a comic book thing?
The different multiverses?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's tons of multiverses where, that some of them might have been ahead, some of them might be behind. There's the Savage Lands. There's
I wonder if comic books came up with multiverses before physicists.
That I don't know. I don't know. I just know that they used them in the comics because they would write themselves into corners and be like,
here's our way out.
Yeah, we need a different storyline. Like we've got to make, yeah. But like I was explaining to you out there that a lot of these characters, they didn't expect comic books to be around for 70 years. So they start off with these hugely powerful characters and they have to like nerf them throughout the year. They have to nerf them and then they'll add powers and they nerf them, add powers. So that's why it's fun. It's always some of the storylines are stinkers, but overall it's I enjoy reading them.
So when did you start as a kid?
Yeah. My first comic was Incredible Hulk comic, and I had Wonder Woman comics, and super in love with Christopher Reeve, 1978 Superman. That was just everything to me. So yeah, started young.
So you kind of lucked out that this became a franchise.
Yeah, I will still say that as a woman, it's not as I mean, I'm just always going to get, you can't possibly know as much as a man, or the only reason I like this.
Or like people will quiz you.
Oh, always. It's always like, oh, what's then other girls will call me a pick me because like, you just want comics. So you attract, it's just like, God, look, I can't win. How about like, just leave me in my dork corner alone. How about that?
Yeah, you're the least pick me person I know.
Like, please just stop. Just like a girl loves her comics. That's it. It's that simple. I enjoy reading. It's a fun way that you can just pick up something. You don't have to get invested in a book. A comic will take you maybe 15 minutes to read. There's a Marvel app out there. It's Marvel Unlimited. I love it. You have every comic at your disposal.
I relate. That's how I felt when I was doing macrame as a kid. Boys don't do macrame, they kept telling me.
Yeah, and they were probably like, you're just doing this to get the chicks.
A pick me?
Yeah, this boy does. I'm going to find a girl with potted plants one of these days.
It's probably why you were in like tap dancing and everything. It's like the girls will love this.
Oh, 100%.
See?
100%.
You were a pick me.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't nunchucking for my personal defense.
You didn't have any threats.
I was doing it because the ladies loved it. I'll tell you guys about Smart Mouth. So I'm going to do the very, very basics and turn it over to Rach. The very basics are about 25 years ago, a genius dentist in St. Louis, Dr. Cohen, I believe, discovered that bad breath isn't onions or garlic. It's actually the decay process. Same way like roadkill on the side of the road, bacteria happen, release sulfur gas. It's real smelly and yucky. That's exactly what happens in your mouth all day and every night. So what Smart Mouth does is it stops the sulfur gas and then it coats the bacteria so that it can't create more sulfur gas for 12 hours.
Absolutely. And you can have 24-hour bad breath protection with Smart Mouth with just 2 rinses a day. Once in the morning, once at night, you're covered all day long. Don't have to worry about it. It actually works. It actually eliminates your bad breath at the source. Those other brands are just going to kind of cover up your bad breath, but you're going to be dealing with it later. With Smart Mouth, it's eliminated. Check out the new Gum Health Rinse. If you are struggling with any sort of problems with your gums, gingivitis, it has advanced germ killing. It helps protect against bleeding gums. It's anti-plaque and anti-gingivitis, and it will soothe with natural aloe. It's available nationally at Walmart. You can find it locally at Schnucks or go to smartmouth.com/Glover to learn more.
Hey, y'all, this is Maggie Freeling, host of the new podcast, Up and Vanish Weekly. Tune in each week as Payne Lindsay and I are joined by other true crime experts to take a fresh look at some of the most puzzling crimes and shine a spotlight on the cases that have stumped investigators for far too long. So go right now and search Up and Vanish Weekly in your podcast app to follow the show. Listen for free wherever you get your podcasts.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Looking for a place to call home without all the maintenance? Check out the Towns of Linneman Park, new townhomes by Lombardo, located in St. Peters. These new construction townhomes are located on the south side of 36494, east of Harvester Road, and offer floor plans featuring 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a loft, and 2-car attached garages. Community amenities include a clubhouse, pool, pickleball courts, dog park, and walking trails. Tour our newly decorated display and fall in love with your new townhome. Visit lombardohomes.com for more information.
Attention business owners with a net income over $500,000. You need to work with a tax strategist that understands your entrepreneurial mindset. Download the most recent white paper written by E3 Consultants Group titled The Power of a Professional Tax Strategy Team. Go to e3wealth.com/radio to obtain a copy. It's time to learn about wealth and tax strategies that protect your personal and business economy. E3 is ready to help you think differently about your finances. Educate, empower, enlighten. That's the E3 difference.
Selling your home? Every situation is unique. Find the best options that are right for you from the real estate team who offer more options. My friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. Check out the only agents I trust. Go to thegelmanteam.com. That's thegelmanteam.com.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
11:20 a.m., 104.1 FM, and streaming on the Odyssey app. KMOX is with you, however you listen, wherever you listen.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 323. Dave Murray joins us at 325. Did we cancel Elam? No? Okay, then Elam's going to be here at 4. Janelle's with us until 4 o'clock. Let's do DGS happy hour. I have one. All my happy hours are totally not happy. There was a 2.3% chance that an asteroid was going to hit Earth. That's now down to 0, but there's a 4% chance it's going to hit the moon. You guys seen this?
Yeah.
So they're trying to decide, do we do nothing and just hold our breath? Do we blow it up with a nuke, which we've obviously never done before, at least to my knowledge, which can go bad because now you have 1,000 asteroids coming at you?
Yeah.
Or do we do what we did with that asteroid a couple of years ago and we nudge it and just move it somewhere else, which is sort of like billiard balls, like
Doesn't take much to change it a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say that option.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
We don't need to be raining asteroids. Of course, I don't know how far out they would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, would they do it far enough out to where I don't know what this thing is or how big it is.
They don't either, really. They know basically, but they're not sure.
Because that's got to be like, what's it composed of?
Yes.
All that kind of stuff, because then that would tell you what will work and what won't.
If there were a comet coming straight for us and they knew it and it was 5 years away, do you think they'd tell us?
No, not this far out.
We're stupid.
I mean, people would definitely lose their minds.
Yeah. Yeah, they would. Yeah, the movie I saw it's completely. I saw a Netflix movie that comes out next week. And it's called A House of Dynamite. Great cast, great director, terrible movie. But it's about a nuclear weapon that is launched and they don't know by who. And by the time that they find out, because like one of the satellites or radar that picks it up is failed. So by the time they find out where it's at, it's already on its way here. And yeah, they don't do a lot of telling. I mean, it's very procedural. It's Catherine Bigelow who did Hurt Locker and Zero Dark. It's very procedural as far as like the government, how they handle it and everything like that, but they do not tell anybody.
Okay.
So
Bridge got a happy hour?
Yeah, let's see. What do I want to do for my happy hour here? Oh, so we always celebrate technology. There's many wonderful things about technology, but there are the downsides too. There was a airline passenger who ended up in the hospital because he was wearing a piece of electronic jewelry, one of these Samsung Gallery rings. Or Galaxy rings, pardon me, not gallery, Galaxy. And it monitors your sleep, your heart rate, other stuff with your health. But he had been traveling for so long that the battery of this ring began to swell. And then it became so tight around his finger, he couldn't take the ring off. And then that turned into like a big thing. They wanted him to take it off at TSA and he wasn't able to. So yeah, just
how'd they get it off?
He had to go to the hospital. They had to apply ice to reduce the swelling, and then they used some sort of lubricant to pry it off his hand. But I'm just saying, be careful, folks.
I got some of that stuff.
Ice.
That was a fear of mine. I remember seeing a Little Rascals where the kid got his head stuck in like railings.
Yes.
And having my OCD, every railings I walked by, I'm like, just do it, just do it, just do it. Just
Mom's gonna have to get the Crisco out. Yep.
I had a ring stuck on my finger once. I was a teenager and I just put on one of my mom's rings and my fingers were just a little too chubby. And it was like 2 weeks before I was able to finally wiggle it off my finger.
Ugh.
It was terrible.
Did you tell the family?
Yeah, oh yeah, they knew. I mean, it was hard to hide.
It's sitting right there. Yeah, it's on her hand.
So they were just cool with letting it go
walking
2
around
weeks?
like
I mean, I think it was the kind of thing where it was like, well, what are we going to do? Go to the ER or something? Like, she'll be able to eventually take care of
I
that.
forget you grew up in Grafton.
Rachel's
She'll
walking
figure
around.
it out.
She's walking around like Napoleon with the hand in the sleeve.
Tell you guys about Michael's Baths. And I don't want to piss you off, but when I say like, lucky for you, you know me and I know Michael, but it's true that you can save 50% off. That is a huge amount. And I don't need a bathroom right now, but I've talked about like if I were going to buy a car or a drum set or a motorcycle or drums or whatever it is, and I found out that I can get an even better set for half the price. Why the hell wouldn't you do it, right? It doesn't make any sense at all. Mike knows everything there is to know about the national bathroom remodeling companies. He bids against them literally multiple times a day. The last one he did, they bid $24,000. He bid $8,200. So he's going to take great care of you, whether it's safety issues or it's you're going to sell your house or you're not going to sell your house, whatever it is, he's going to listen. He's going to deliver what you want at a cost you're going to be crazy about. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey. I'm Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman. From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM. Your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
You know, I once met a guy who said his retirement plan was winning the lottery. I said, buddy, that's not a strategy. That's a sitcom episode. I'm Gary Goldberg, and after 37 years in financial strategies, I can promise you this. Real planning works a whole lot better than lucky numbers. At Financial and Tax Strategies, I'll help you retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg every Saturday morning at 7 here on KMOX.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
We're watching an accident on the left side, blocking the left lane, eastbound Highway 70 at Jennings Station. That has you backed up to about Florissant now. There was also an earlier crash at Highway 70 at Goodfellow, but that one has been cleared out of the way. Out of the city, not bad this afternoon. Westbound on Highway 64, starting at the Science Center out to McCausland. Just one heavier pocket. It's right at Hampton. A little busy southbound on 170 now at the Parkway. South of there, that left lane is heavier headed towards Highway 64, but not stop and go. You do have a stop and go pocket southbound on 55 headed into the work zone. And you're a little busy off the pace southbound on Highway 270 now between Manchester and Doherty Ferry. South of there, a great run towards 55. Out west, no major issues westbound Highway 70 from the Blanchette Bridge out to Wentzville. I'm Frank Ladd of the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
It's coming. I cannot wait. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming to Missouri December 1st, and you will be able to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports. Couldn't happen at a better time of the year. You got pro and college football, basketball, you've got hockey. It's all going on. And with FanDuel, all kinds of ways to get in on the action. You could bet the money line, over under, bet the spread. You could even bet the futures. How about MVP or who's going to win the championship or just make it to the playoffs? All of that is there for you to bet with FanDuel. Plus, with live betting, you can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown and the touchdown after that. I love to live bet when the game is happening. It's a lot of fun. And with the downloaded FanDuel app on your phone, you can do it now and get used to it because the app is going to be available to use live in Missouri in December. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Dave, this is Susan L. Ward, and my law firm and I want to wish you congratulations on your 25 years with the show. I am really, really glad that you left family law practice to me, and here's to 25 more for you on radio.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 11/1, select models only.
Brought to you by Jack in the Box.
Your hunt for the perfect breakfast sandwich is over. Jack in the Box's sourdough scramblers, starting at $2.99, come with toasted sourdough, scrambled eggs, melty cheese, and your choice of hickory smoked bacon or grilled sausage. Then does you one better by being available all day.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 334. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, we present Dave Murray. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
I'm so weird. I'm just the weirdest person. I was just in the office, and Wheeler brought in cookies today, and it said cinnamon churro cookies, and my weird ass thought, isn't human learning interesting? Because I know what cinnamon is, rather than eating the cookie or just like what I'm always thinking what to me is like smart guy thinking, but it's actually kind of dumb guy thinking. Because like, of course, everyone knows what cinnamon is. It's no miracle that we learned that. It's your brain. But yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
I know what cinnamon is.
I know what cinnamon
Isn't
is.
that redundant anyway? Aren't they cinnamon? Aren't they supposed to be cinnamon?
I think so.
right.
I don't know that there's a non-cinnamon churro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably something that have extra, like more things.
Sure.
You know, dip them in things and all that.
Shockingly, and I say shockingly because Andrew loves fast food, has never had a churro.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Missing out, bro.
Churros not really fast food, though, right?
Sure.
I mean, if
Like
you
you
yeah.
can't-
Several
Taco Bell.
places have it.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't think Taco Bell has churros.
They have the cinnamon twist.
They,
Yeah,
no,
cinnamon
they,
twists,
they've
which
had
I have had.
churros at times, but not continuously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you've basically had a churro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we don't make me sick her on you again.
I calmly did it. That was
You
awesome.
really did. It was like watching that dog whisperer guy. Like just handle a big mean dog?
And this is not at Kevin at all, but I've met a lot of people that they think the louder they get, like that I'll just stop.
It's a Kevin a little.
Well, I mean, but
No.
that's just me in general, though, unfortunately.
That is you in general. But I'm like, it'll be like, okay, I'll wait it out, but I'm still gonna be right in the end. So you can just get
Isn't that that's a relationship thing, I think, isn't it?
Dave, what are you like in a scrap? Like you and
In a
Janice, or you and a coworker?
I can get in many scraps as a coworker. A few. I'm not very pleasant. Yes, I don't pull that card very often.
Okay.
So when Dave gets upset, he's usually right, and he gets upset.
Okay.
And he talks in the third person.
Dave snaps. He goes straight Ricky Henderson on you.
I was like, friggin' Dave, who? The hell's Dave?
I
Like
hope he's
Ricky's
not
going to steal
starting.
second base.
Which Dave?
He's winding up.
Which Dave?
Yeah.
Dave is winding up. Dave is getting angry.
That's funny. Before we do the forecast, which I'm going to guess is going to be the same one we've done for a couple of days, Dave. Rach, you've had this story on your show sheet for a couple of days now. The AI actress.
Yes. Let me get
Tilly
this.
Norwood.
Yeah. So she has a stupid name, first of all.
Yeah.
They've created this AI actress and they're trying to get her signed with a talent agency.
Mhm.
I need to do more research into who actually, created
It was
her.
I think it's called Pacific Six is the AI people that did it, and it started on Instagram. It has 40,000 followers. You can look her up. You can look it up and videos. And because of I guess they have produced content with it. They are trying to push it into movies.
Mainstream
I thought it was a movie.
Yeah. No,
not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, okay.
Who would they even sign? Who would sign for Tilly?
I
Who
guess
would make
the
her
company.
money?
I guess the company would that's making money off of her. I would assume that company is making money off of that Instagram account due to the amount of followers and the amount of engagement that it's getting right now, which is a big complaint, is because there are a lot of AI models that are making a dude can make a chick model, an AI model, and make money off of. But it's it's just kind of creepy because everybody's like, so for the first thing you did as AI is you made a teenage girl that you can exploit. That's
It just really makes you wonder, I want to know who wants this.
Yeah.
Who is it that wants this? Because I'm a consumer. I don't want this.
Yeah, I don't want it.
I'm struggling to find a reason why I would invest any sort of admiration or time into an AI actress. I'm interested in real people and real artists.
Maybe we're just like the people in the 1920s who are like, I don't want Lifesavers candy. I mean, maybe we're just,
I don't know.
We're about to be dinosaurs.
Yeah, but replaced with all AI though? What interest do we have in replacing ourselves in the arts? It makes no sense to me.
I mean, art is literally about being human.
Yes.
Yeah. There's people are saying she's got it has nothing to pull an experience from. It has not lived life. It doesn't have any that these actors and actresses, they'll pull from their own.
And also
lives.
what is there is basically stolen.
Right.
I think there should be more copyright issues with AI too, because you're going through mountains and mountains of information that somebody else did the work on, and now you just take it.
Because chances are the physicality of her was probably pulled from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
the encouraging thing is pretty much across the board, people are speaking out about this. That Janelle was saying on the break, the SAG-AFTRA union has said we don't want anything to do with this. Many actors and actresses have come out and singers, all sorts of people. We don't want this. So maybe Tilly Norwood will fade away. I'm sure we'll have to contend with another AI actor at some point, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's I don't understand the 40,000 followers. Who are those people?
I think we know. I would think it's going to be a lot of. It's going to be a lot of
guys.
Okay. Yeah, it's a
Man,
teenage
guys
girl.
are getting thrown under the bus here.
I mean, log on and prove me wrong.
Just the ones following.
I mean, it's
don't care to do
it's
that.
like that's check
like,
the
I ain't know
names.
that.
It's gonna be a lot of bots that because they talk about that a lot of bots are on social media to begin with, and that they follow other bots and other AI to
Yeah.
boost that engagement. Like they just help each other along.
I would bet that a lot of those are fake accounts.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boy, have I pulled a lot of shenanigans in my life, but I can tell you with absolute certainty that AI women do nothing for me. Like as soon as I see anything like on TikTok's usually where I see it, as soon as your brain goes, oh yeah, they're kind of spungy and weird.
Right.
Just like who cares?
But read the comments. Read the comments. There's a lot of people that don't agree with you. There's a
Wow.
lot of that guys just looking for, interaction and attention, and they don't care that it's a computer program.
I was gonna say it's not actually attention.
Nope, it's
because it's
not,
not.
but
It's not sentient.
It's
We have not reached that point yet. So this is not a sentient being. It is a program.
There's a lot of lonely people out there.
This is kind of like, the Playboy model was back in the 50s and the 60s, creating a false illusion for guys that nobody ever looks like that. Is this the new? Nobody ever looks like the AI model.
And the AI model is
I
never
don't
going to
know.
reject you in the comments. She's never going to say, quit being a perv. She's gonna allow you to say whatever because it's not real. So, yeah.
So if you're a talent agent, why would you want to represent a non-entity?
To exploit it.
But
Yes.
but this is my point. Like,
Exploitation.
Yeah, imagine an actress that you could represent as an agent that
That
you
never
don't
gets
have to
tired.
give any money to.
Never gets
You
tired.
get 100% of the
Ooh,
profits.
even better, Andrew. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the big benefit.
As I'm going through this, though, why would this be any more valuable than any other AI creation? Because there can be 9 million of them, and they're all going to be the same.
No, I mean, it's
There's-
probably
there-
going to start. It's probably the first of many that's going to come about. Yeah,
It's
I
kind
would
of the
imagine.
And like we do with everything, we'll pick our favorites.
But it's kind of the point of like why some humans are bigger stars than others because they're just better. But how are you better when you're the same thing? You're just another version of it. You're you're the exact same thing.
Well, I mean, isn't like Spotify having that same problem right now? They've got a lot of AI artists that are streaming as like number one artists, and they'll even say they're AI, and they're saying, well, like, they pulled their inspiration from these other bands who aren't getting the play, and they've clearly like used their music and had fed it into some computer program, and they're using their sound to then build these AI bands that just no moral pushback.
Can we use the AI to build a better Cardinals team?
Chat GBT. I was already working on that today.
Dave, you nailed it, dude. Let's start a whole just AI baseball league. Every player is AI. You can watch the games play out, but they're not real people.
Didn't you already play that?
I don't think
I
that
play video
sounds
games.
that bad.
Yeah, but I control it, and they already exist. It's video games.
I have a question for you though, Dave. When you take away the risk of making a mistake or because for me, like the interesting part of sports is the human aspect.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if you remove that, then you're just watching a ball move. Like I don't understand what's appealing
I'm
about
sort
it.
of like, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait for this. But for example, like I think I can tell AI, but if it gets to the point where I cannot, and you can put out movies that are good movies, I wouldn't not see it because it's AI.
I'm not giving you any money for it.
Yeah, I think it's all weird and brand new and they're not real people. But if you could create something interesting to me that was indistinguishable from real life, I wouldn't not consume it.
There's already somebody can look up the story. There's already an AI director in the works right now that is like an actual director is kind of supervising this AI director in making a movie. So yeah, that stuff's out there. And even Netflix talked about that they're going to have like an AI, division on their coming down the road of just AI movies and content and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, Sora 2 came out, I think yesterday or the day before.
Yes.
That's the Chat GPT like video
Mhm.
thing. And they're coming out with a social media platform that is 100% AI videos. So it's TikTok, but everything you say, everything you see is computer generated. There's not even an option to upload your own photos or videos to the app.
Wow.
And I would say, as long as you label it, it's at least tolerable. Like I will know, all right, I'm looking at AI.
I don't think they want to do that, though.
Yeah, so I'm saying, though, is that's where we should be talking about things in Congress. It should be, if anybody's using AI, it needs to be labeled as such. Otherwise, what's to keep people from doing dangerous things to fool people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, more of the same?
Yeah, more of the same. Let's take 88 for the high right through the weekend. It does look like a little cooler air coming in about Wednesday of next week. We're in a serious drought. I don't see a lot of rain. Just don't see that this time of year. But we could be 15 degrees cooler come Wednesday.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Tell you guys about First Missouri Credit Union, and with apologies to my friends at First Missouri, I kind of keep doing the same live, but one, there's just not a whole bunch more there. They don't sell cars or kazoos. They do what they do. And secondly, they have a thing. They have a niche. And that niche is they do not all the same things that banks do. For example, when I had to open my mom's estate, I went to First Missouri. They don't do that. So I went to my bank and they do that. But, taking out loans and having, checking accounts and savings accounts and all that kind of stuff, they do it. They're going to give you way more interest on your checking account. I think we're the number one in St. Louis right now, 4.27% on your checking up to $100,000. When you borrow money, to signature loan, which banks don't do, of course, or to finance a car or something like that, you're going to get a significantly better rate. That's because we don't take profit. Everything that would be profit, we put right back in and buy down those percentage points. So it's pretty cool. You can also use pretty much any credit union around you if you open your account down at First Missouri and get that great 4.27%. 314-544-5050, the number one, stmocu.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Oh, start with the good news. They cleared that accident out of the way, out of the left lane, eastbound on Highway 70 that had been there at Jennings Station. The bad news is you're back to nearly 170 eastbound on Highway 70. So that's the rough news there. Headed out of the city, you've got some delays as well approaching Jennings Station, coming around the bend there. West of there, not bad, headed towards the Inner Belt. We are busy as well eastbound on Highway 5564. We got reports of a crash right at the merge with Highway 70, so it's heavy coming off the Poplar Street Bridge in Pockets, headed up to the merge. Out of the city, westbound on 64, you're on the brakes at the Science Center, out to McCausland in Pockets. Southbound 170, stop and go Pockets as well between Olive and Highway 64. Southbound 270, you're going to be on the brakes between Page and that roadwork zone at Ladue. Stop and go in that stretch. Then south there, just busy, headed towards Highway 44. Out west, westbound on Highway 64. Not bad this afternoon now, making your way between Highway 364 and Wentzville. I'm Frank Ladd on the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret at Eamon Gantner and Capriano. We all have one thing in common. We're all going to die. Do you have an estate plan? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. The choice of an attorney is an important decision that should not be based solely on advertising.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events. If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. If you or someone you know has a home to sell, call Gloria Liu. That's right, Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria is here with me now. And when it comes to St. Louis area market conditions, what advice do you have for home sellers in today's market?
Well, most importantly, I understand every seller's situation is different. Some sellers need to sell, and some sellers want to sell. And a lot of my sellers are looking to buy, and they also have a home to sell. My advice in this uncertain market is to get an upfront written guarantee. That way, you know exactly how much you stand to make with your home sale. My guarantee sale offer is simple. I'll sell your home at 100% of market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Take it from me, Debbie Monterey. Sell with certainty and an upfront written guarantee with Gloria Liu. 314-325-6888. 314-325-6888. Or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Rich says, how is AI different from animation?
Well, because animation is not trying to look exactly like a human without being human.
Yeah.
Also, animation requires artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good point.
That's exactly what I was
exactly
going to
right.
say, Andrew.
Yeah, so I think I don't watch much animated stuff, but you do, Andrew. If it was AI animated, does that draw you the same way that a normal story would be?
Well, no, because the other important thing to remember about AI is that there has yet to be any AI, be it animation, be it an attempt to look real, whatever, that looks good. It looks like garbage. It's all absolutely dull.
What if it was exactly like what it was trying to be? Would that and I'm not being smart ass, I'm really being serious. Like, would it change knowing that a computer did it rather than a team of people?
Yeah, and I would say, like,
to me, it would.
I would say, like, what if I had wings and a yacht? Like, let's see it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's
very
going
likely to happen. I mean, CGI was not in 20 years ago, not what it is now.
CGI is not. CGI again required the hard work of artists to create.
No. That's not the point. The point is that the tech advances, and it will still advance for AI. So it's not crazy to say it's going to maybe someday look exactly like the real thing.
My point is, Kevin, is that I don't think it will.
Really?
Really?
All right.
You know what I would compare it to? It would be like receiving a really nice text that, let's say you have a big day at work and your wife knows that, and she crafts a really nice text and sends it to you, and it really touches you. Knowing it's from her and the fact that she took the time out of her day to make that is what makes it special, right?
Yes.
If she was like, yeah, I used AI. When you
I went to ChatGPT and asked it to write a nice note for you.
Exactly.
That would definitely change that vibe, wouldn't it?
Like, humans are looking for connection, especially whenever we are taking in art. Like that, like Wheel said earlier, like that is the point of art. It is to express the human experience.
We're laughing about that, but I think a ton of people use ChatGPT to send emails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
one thing for
that's the
business
thing.
work, but boy, if you're doing that for your wife or husband or whatever, that's a little bit much.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
Lifestyles Unlimited is a real estate education group that gives you the roadmap and resources to start building income through real estate. You'll learn practical strategies for using investment properties to create extra income and make informed decisions, one step at a time. Join today for just $297. That's a 60% savings off the regular price of our real estate education program. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Guys, coming up on December 1st, America's #1 sports book is coming to Missouri. That's FanDuel. And you can check it out.